Here we go. Here we go.
I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Green Bay Packers trades, rumors, and news. Y'all know we're here to talk about the NFL draft. 2025 draft is going on right now. I believe, let me see what pick it is right now. Let me bring up the screen. Salute the friends and family. Salute the Packer Nation. What's good? What's good? Just want to talk a little NFL today. Just want to talk a little NFL with the people today. See what's good. I know it's been a lot of heavy Bucks talk, rightfully so, with the playoffs going on in the NBA. But it's the NFL draft today, and the NFL draft is at Lambeau Field, so it's only right that we talk about the Green Bay Packers or today's NFL draft. Right now, we are at the 18th pick. The Seahawks are on the clock. The Packers are the 23rd pick, so only a few picks away. We're going to see what the Packers do. An interesting first round so far. The big move so far was the trade to get Travis Hunter for the I can't even believe they gave up all that. What do y'all think about what do y'all think about this pick? As far as what Cleveland, I feel got a haul from Jacksonville. I feel they got a haul for Travis Hunter, a real haul. I understand he's a generational talent, but is he worth all of that? Like I don't know, y'all. That's something that I do want to talk about. I get go big or go home, and to be honest, I respect it because I do sometimes wish the Packers would take notes and do things of that nature and just go ahead, go big or go home. We always have a boatload of draft picks. Why not finesse, move up, and try to get what we really need? But yeah, so the Travis Hunter going second was interesting. Abdul Carter is going to be a beast. I watched him in college. He's going to be a beast. This I thought was an interesting pick. T-Mac from Arizona for the Panthers. I felt like he didn't really have no elite speed like that. I don't know how he's going to get open in the NFL. Even at Arizona, he was more the reason that he was always catching contested footballs is because he couldn't get no separation. So I don't know. That one is kind of interesting to me, but he's a big body, and they do need to get somebody in there. But I thought they would have went with someone with a little bit more speed. That's probably one of the picks that kind of made me kind of like, what are you guys doing? I'm concerned about these. I'm concerned about these three picks because they directly affect us in our division. Not that this one doesn't, but these really affect us because these are playoff caliber teams. They're not going nowhere. These are playoff caliber teams. This dude right here, this tight end, Colston Loveland, he's a problem. He's a problem. I don't know if y'all have seen the tape. Watch Big. I'm obviously a Badgers fan. Watching Big Ten football, that tight end is a problem. I'm telling y'all, like how we have two of them. We got Kraft and Musgrave. They got one with Loveland. So we got to pay attention to the Bears with that. And Michael Williams is also solid edge rusher, another pass rusher that San Francisco got. And this guard that Dallas got is also really good. So far, I really think the only questionable pick would probably be the Panthers, and that's not really that questionable. And the only thing that I would say that has been shocking so far is that Shedeur Sanders has yet to be drafted. At this point, I don't think that Shedeur will be drafted in the first round unless he goes last to maybe the Rams. Do you guys see where he goes on any of these teams? I don't see where he goes. I think Shedeur Sanders is going to the second round at this point. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, but I can't see it. Packers got a few picks left. Let's see what's in the comment section. Appreciate y'all tapping in, talking some Packers today. Appreciate you. See you all in the building. What up, Luke? What up, Peter? Appreciate you tapping in. This Moose, what's good? Luke, what's good? Francis, appreciate you. What up, what up, what up? Brandon King Carter in the building. What's good? Bleach Report boss, what's good? Greg Delaney in the building. What's good, Jay Stizzle? Appreciate you. K Real, what's good? Oh no, Tucker Craft is legit too, bro. Absolutely. I'm just saying I think that's a good pick. That's what I'm saying. I think that's a good pick. Salute to UK Real. Yeah, I'm saying I think that's a good pick. That's fair. Maybe the Steelers take Shedeur. That's possible. That's possible. Yeah, maybe Sanders will go to the Steelers. That's the only. Yeah, that's a fair point. So 20. Well, we'll know shortly. We only got a couple more picks. We'll know shortly. And do you guys see in the draft too how heavily people are going with offensive linemen? Like it's getting serious. The Packers need to make a like. I'm not saying make any big moves, but we need to get people in the draft that can really help us, and we need to focus on quality talent. We know that we need for sure. We need a defensive lineman, a pass rusher. We need someone that can get to the quarterback. We also need an offensive lineman, and we also need, I think, a speed receiver. I don't. I think that we should move on from our boy. I think it's time. Christian Watson is often injured. I just don't think. I just think we need to move on and go ahead and get another receiver to replace him with some speed. Otherwise, I think we're good at receiver, but I feel like all of our receivers right now are all possession receivers. No one can take the top off. That's what made Christian Watson great, was that he can take the top off. We just need somebody who can do that to keep the defense honest. The Packers offense looks a lot different when Christian Watson's out there because of the way they have to scheme for his speed. And when he's not out there, you don't have to scheme the same because the receivers we have are great, but they don't have any breathtaking speed. And I do think we need to add that to our offense with maybe another offensive lineman, but the defense has to be addressed. We have to get pass rushers. And we also might need to look for a Jair Alexander replacement because he's often not available. He got a lot of Chris Middleton in his blood. Peter Church said a cornerback, Michigan State. Oh, yeah, I'm not mad at. That's what I'm saying. I'm cool with that because to me, that's a replacement for Jair Alexander. We're on board. Yeah, we're aligned. We're aligned. Moose said, I'm not worried about the Bears tight end. They really wanted Genty. I understand that. I'm just saying he's a quality player. Like, he's going to be a quality player is all I was saying. Yo, Jay Stizzle was good, bro. He said, is Aaron Rodgers going to land anywhere? I don't know. I think he should retire. He's like staining his legacy. He need to chill out. Bleacher Report boss said a lot of guys still on the board. No, it's a deep draft. Just because it's deep a draft, you still got to pick the right players. That's my concern. We never pick good in the first round. That's my problem, and that's where you get the most potential. We pick great second, third, fourth. It's the first round that kills us, and that's where you need to get your most talented player. That's my concern with the Green Bay Packers. Moose says Stewart seems a little off, crazy. Yeah, a little bit, but you need to be a little crazy to be in the NFL. You gotta be a little off. Cause all that physical combat, hey. I get it. My boy Francis said go, gopackgo. Absolutely. Yep, Bucks are playing tomorrow. I will be at the game tomorrow, so I'll be home a little late for the live tomorrow. Good question. Moose 414 said, how y'all feeling about the draft so far? Good question. Has anything surprised y'all? Let me put the link in the chat. Tap in Bleacher Report boss. Let's chop it up. Yeah, I would have thought, you know what? Don't y'all think Emeka Ibuka is better than the T-Mac dude? I feel he's a better receiver. I thought he would have went higher. That's kind of wild. Unless, I don't know, he has some off the field issues or something like that, but I thought he was definitely the better player. That's wild. Like, maybe I'm off or I don't see something. Louis Lamont was good. Golden Matthew to the Packers or Will Johnson. Okay, why do you say that, Louis? Elaborate in the comment section. Hey, Bleacher, let me tap you in. Hey, Moose, if you want to hop on, bro.
Man, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? Hey, what do you think so far? Nothing too shocking besides the Travis Hunter to the Jaguars.
Well, that trade for Travis Hunter was bananas. They gave up a haul for it, but like we said, go big or go home. They saw they something they wanted. They go win and got him.
And
Besides that,
if he's a generational talent, like they say,
go for him.
go for it. You
I
got
mean,
to get it.
I thought they was gonna get the running back from Boise State at first because they were talking about they wanted to get another running back. But he got ETM. I don't know why he needed to get another running back, but this draft so far has been it's been a little bit like here and there. I was kind of surprised that the Panthers
Fair
took
point,
that.
Moose. Go ahead.
Surprised they took that wide receiver from Arizona.
Yeah.
Not that fast. He's just lengthy, but I mean, I was a little bit surprised. Packers talked about they want to trade to get him, but I'm like, this too rich. He's gonna be gone before even close to
Right.
what we. But why I would say either Golden or Will Johnson from Michigan, maybe. I mean, the problem is now they talk about to get rid of Jair already. They've been saying that they want to get rid of Jair, his contract, and just they don't think he's committed to play.
Right.
He's been hurt so much. But then you got Golden, he's fast.
Right.
We talking about how the receiver was last year for the Chiefs was fast. Like
Right.
he's a little bit like you need to replace Christian
Watch
Watson.
this speed. Yeah, you have to.
I mean, I understand that they're looking at other stuff, but they already got enough offensive linemen. The GM had already said that he likes the guys they got on the edge. The guy that was taken 2 picks ago, Stewart, that was one of the guys that one thought about picking, but I don't think they needed an edge rusher. They just need something to get that speed fixed first. Then you start thinking about defensive end. I mean, if it's all about how good Gutekunst thinks, because you know how he is. He loves his guys
Right.
that he picks, give them 3 or 4 opportunities, all that stuff. He don't want to make sure he's wrong or anything. So I just think right now, but they need to get a wide receiver. I'm just saying right now, just get a wide receiver. Just shut us up and get this wide receiver.
I'm thinking the edge rusher, bro, because we do have receivers. Our it's not like they're terrible. What up, No Strays? I see they putting Shador through that same humiliation ritual they put Aaron Rodgers through. He gonna come in with that.
If he doesn't go to Pittsburgh, I'll go to Pittsburgh right here.
Yeah, so we about to it's the 20th pick. It's Denver.
Denver, but then after that, it's the Pittsburgh.
Then it's the Steelers. Actually, let me do this. Let me switch this up real quick. Hold on, so everybody can see. There we go. All right, there we go. So right now, everyone, we're at the 20th pick for the Denver Broncos. Let's see what happens.
Man, what you think about this draft so far? How you feel about it?
I feel like it's pretty much gone status quo. Most people have thought it's not really been anything too crazy out of order. Like I said, because besides the Panthers pick, but I think it makes sense to get them a receiver because Adam Thielen can't be your number one receiver. You can't have a 38-year-old as your number one receiver. It's just not. It's not logical.
Well, Xavier Guess not a really number one receiver anyway either.
Yeah. I would consider him a slot receiver.
A big slot receiver.
Yeah, slot receiver. I would consider him like he should be like a third down type of dude. Yeah, he shouldn't be starting or anything like that to me, but it is what it is. I thought that was a interesting pick, but understandable. But I've noticed like a lot of offensive linemen have gone so far. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 offensive linemen have already gone. That lets you know that people are putting a premium on protecting a quarterback.
Exactly.
And we need to make sure that we're doing the same because defenses are getting faster, more complicated. We need offensive linemen that can block. We need offensive linemen that can block. But before all that, the offense has been okay. The defense doesn't get pressure. I understand. I think we can get a speed receiver in another round. We need to address getting a pass rush. Kenny Clark and his counterpart Rashawn Gary are both weak, in my opinion. If you can't get 10 sacks and you on the you are supposed to be an impact player on defense, I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it. You cannot win a Super Bowl in today's NFL if you don't have anyone on your defensive line that can get you 10 sacks. It's not possible. And Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary together didn't even have. I don't even know together last year them two marks had 10 sacks. You cannot win a Super Bowl if we are relying on Rashawn Gary and Kenny Clark to be impact players. That's it. If it is up to me, I cut both of them. I just don't see the value in either one of the players. I don't see the value in Kenny Clark or Rashawn Gary. If I'm not seeing things correctly and someone can let me know what I'm seeing that's wrong, I will definitely listen. But what I see on the field is a lot of salsa, a lot of dancing on the line, a lot of cha-cha. That's what I see. I don't see anything going north and south. All I see them doing east and west, and that's the problem. We need some players that can go north and south. That's why I thought when the rumors were about Myles Garrett that we should have gave them whatever they wanted to get Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett would instantly put us in the Super Bowls conversation because he can single-handedly wreck your offense. That's what we need. That gentleman that y'all saw come on the microphone earlier today in the draft, that gentleman's name was Clay Matthews Jr. Or the third. Is he the third? Third. Clay Matthews the third. That is the last impact North and South player the Packers have had. Period. Oh, that man was a wrecker. He wrecked your whole offense getting pressure. We haven't had that since. Rashawn Gary and Kenny Clark. Get them scrubs out of here. Ridiculous. All right. We about to see now. Shedeur on the clock. Damn, cornerbacks are starting to go now, too.
Got Will Johnson.
And this dude, Barron, he was highly rated. I thought he might slip a little bit further. Damn.
Who?
This cornerback here from Texas.
Wow. Passed on Will Johnson. Wow.
So I think it might fall.
Wow. Packers gonna have the choice to make. They ain't trading this off because I guarantee I think that the Pittsburgh going to take Shedeur right here.
This is gonna be interesting. We about to see.
Wow.
We're about to see.
They actually passed on Will Johnson.
This dude said they putting him through the ritual they put Aaron Rodgers through is still ridiculous. This dude those trades is hilarious.
Man, hey, those trades, I'm gonna be honest with you. That first round took 4 hours.
Right.
That was 4 hours long waiting. We wasn't even thinking about it. It was like Packers will probably get over because we had Brett Favre. We didn't even think Aaron Rodgers. But at this point, at 4 hours, like, man, somebody please draft him, man. After I remember it was Washington that passed on Aaron, and it was 20. Also out here rumblings.
Moose said, "What wide receiver you want the Packers to draft?"
Me?
Yeah.
Odin from Texas.
Okay.
I mean, I understand. Like you're right. We do need edge rushers. You're absolutely right. I'm not even gonna,
right.
But I'm just. They need speed because Chris Washington gonna play till like November.
He won't play. Period. His body is made out of paper mache and toilet paper. It's a wrap. Even when he come back, he'll be good for 3 games and sprain his ankle, sprain his thumb. Something will just happen. So I don't. If he's on the field, I just want to think of it as a luxury. You know what I'm saying? So I understand both. I understand both sides. It's just like our defense is hard to watch when you don't get any. When you get pressure, it changes everything. The 49ers are the 49ers because of that defense and getting pressure, causing turnovers, shorten up the field. That's what we need. We haven't had that since Clay Matthews, and that's a fact. That's a fact.
Explain to me why the Packers didn't even sign anybody in the offseason on defense.
That's my problem, and that's kind of my problem with the Packers too. Like, you have to know when to spend the money, especially at positions of need. An edge rusher is position of need.
Pick is in, but I don't see Shedeur on the phone.
They gonna probably make it dramatic. They gonna make they I see they trying to see if they gonna make it dramatic. Oh, maybe they didn't.
What?
I'm trying to see. Yep, they didn't draft him. Wow.
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 Wait, pick.
What's this dude named Jason Dart?
Hey, really take Jason Dart? They close your door?
Shador going to the second round, bro. Ain't none of these other teams need Shador. Maybe the Vikings. No, the Vikings. The Vikings got a quarterback. Yeah, nobody needs Shador. Damn, Shador.
Bro, because I was hearing rumblings that
wow.
They didn't like how cocky he was during the interviews. I ain't really taking it seriously because he did play well.
Yeah, this is I don't think I've seen a stock drop this far before. Wow. Oh no, Derek Harmon. It's Derek Harmon. Sorry, Derek Harmon.
Oh man.
A defensive tackle. See, they going defense too. I can't. Wow. I'm shocked. They went defense and said, but I think they might possibly get him in the second round. The Steelers could spin the block the second round and get him because they know none of these other teams need him.
Bro, like I think we might not get. I don't know. I'm probably saying the Chargers might get Will Johnson from Michigan, maybe.
Possibly, yep.
They need a corner right here because they last year they need somebody to stop all those teams. So, but Packers got so much. The board is wide open. They can get anybody they want really.
But who's the right person though? What is the need? Hey, Packer Nation, what position do you guys want to see filled? Let me see in the chat. What position do y'all want to see filled?
Personally, I mean,
what up, Select Sense?
If they, I don't know. I don't know who else is left on the defensive line though, or edge. If they do pass on the wide receiver, then look out for Jalen Higgins from what college?
Lewis said Hill and Pickens. Okay.
Jalen Higgins from he's from East. Wait a minute, is Iowa State. There you go.
Okay. Appreciate you, Select Sense. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. If they pass on wide receiver here, they Jalen, because Jalen's 6'4" and he's ready.
Yeah, my bad, dude. I was seeing it. They were showing Dart. So I'm like, is they picking Dart? That don't make sense. So my bad. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, Derek Harmon. Salute to you, Derek Stevens. Appreciate you tapping in.
They only picked one quarterback. This whole draft so far. Cam Ward, not all these quarterbacks are falling down. I would suspect if somebody wanted a quarterback, they'll trade up. So I'm just hoping
right.
to do it right now. Like it's
right. See, everybody's on the same page. Edge rusher, wide receiver, corner. Those are our main needs.
Yeah, either three, I'll be happy with the pick. You know,
any of those three, I'm good. Let's just say that. There's things I would personally prioritize more, but as long as they're one of those three, I'm good. Long as it's one of those three, I'm good. No, you have no argument for me.
I want to ask you a serious question real quick before we see Spit's pick. How you feel overall of the draft being in Wisconsin, being in Lambeau Field?
It looked crazy. I would have went, but I don't. That's too many people.
Yes, and you know what's funny about? I'll tell you a couple of stories because I've been up there a couple of times. That street you see is Oneida. And that's the busiest street up there. They shut that whole place down, and it's right by the stadium right there. So the way they built all the inside of it with the players, they did an amazing job. They made it look really cool. Shout out to the Green Bay.
What up, Mr. Cole?
And I know people was bagging on the Packers, talking about, it looks small. you got the Lions president making fun of the Packers saying they ain't gonna have that many people here, blah blah blah. I'm like, be quiet, boy. You
And it
had
was packed, man. That looked crazy. When you saw it on TV, that looked crazy.
yeah, that was amazing to see. See Clay Matthews out there earlier
No,
talking
there's no
crazy.
way the Packers would draft Sanders. There's no need. Even we don't even know if he's better than Malik Willis yet. So there's no need. Nah, Packers ain't crazy.
And look, if
Okay,
they do
Mac
that,
Jerry going wide receiver. It seemed like a lot of people saying wide receiver.
well, all I'm saying is if you got Golden, if Golden doesn't get picked right here, you get him right now. But if you determined to get, it's because it's all what they're gonna do with Jair.
This is a tough decision. I seen that too, Moo. I don't know if there's a right decision, depending on how the rest of the picks play out. Do you know what I'm saying? Second, third round, you might be able to get what you need there too.
And don't be surprised to get somebody we don't even know about.
No, I would say the best player available is who we should draft. As long as that player fits a need.
But I will say, if the Packers do pick a wide receiver here, the crowd will go crazy. The crowd will go crazy. They're gonna be like, finally, that's all this is. We have to get the damn draft here for them to finally get a wide receiver.
We're to finally get a wide receiver. It's hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? Like, finally. I'm done. I'm going home for the night.
They better not mess. Hey, Packers, y'all better not mess this up. Y'all right there. Y'all on the cusp of greatness. This draft is super important to me because you got a team that's teetering right now from being a real contender and just being a team to make the playoffs and is fizzle out fast. We have to get impact players this draft for us to move forward. It's not to get to the win one game or two game. We need to be able to get to the NFC Championship game. That is the next goal for the Green Bay Packers. In order to do that, we need all of those positions filled. Cornerback, edge rusher, receiver, period.
People saying they ain't yet, but Will Johnson's still on the board.
For now. Yeah, everybody's saying receiver. Would y'all be mad if the Packers traded back in this draft? It depends on the haul.
Yeah.
It depends. Yeah, because we're not good at picking in the first round anyway. So it would depend on the haul.
If they get 2 picks in the second round, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, exactly. So it would depend on the haul. But yeah, I would do it. I'm totally not against it. For sure.
That's if that happens, but look, they got to do what you got to do, man.
This dude said Packers trade 23rd pick to the Steelers for TJ Watt and Steelers draft Sanders is hilarious. That is hilarious.
Hey, if that happens,
and that's right here. This is why I'm very concerned. Our division is getting tough and explosive. Wide receiver number 1 since Javon Walker back in the day. That's a good point. Now, okay. Now you talking there. Okay, that's a fair point. That is a fair point. So maybe it should be receiver. Packer Nation is receiver what it is. If that's what it is, it's just what it is.
Yeah, I also think that what's the other receiver name that had concussions this last year twice?
Oh.
One more hit from him, he's done. He got 1 more year left in his contract. A lot of these guys don't have left in their contract, so
okay.
The receiver room got to get at least somebody. They got to ask somebody to that receiver room.
Not just somebody. We need speed. That's the problem with the Packers. We don't have speed, bro. That's the problem. We need speed.
That man, Matthew Golden.
All right, so let's see. No pick in yet. Okay, they're still talking. It's about 19 seconds left until they have to pick. So we about to see with the Chargers.
I don't know why they waiting. Like the clock gonna be 0.
Yeah.
You gonna pull a Minnesota Vikings on us?
Stop. Let's see.
Is that gonna
pick?
Pick?
Now the pick has to come in. What are they doing? Okay, the pick is in. The pick is in.
Oh my God! You remember that, guys? You remember that pick on time? They got passed twice.
Right, that was crazy.
That was crazy. I was a little kid. I was like, can that happen? Yeah, you don't call it in, you don't call the number
Okay,
in.
so all right. Louis Lamont said Golden Matthew because we can keep Jair. That's true.
It's true, but I've been hearing they want him gone. The organization want him gone.
I agree.
I mean, I agree. I agree we should keep him. If it was my choice, he's staying. But what they want him to do, they want him to tackle more. And he had an injury with his shoulder when he tried to get Najee Harris. You don't remember that?
Yeah.
And he hurt his so he's not a tackler. They want tacklers as the DBs, and I don't know. They just don't. You need a guy like Jair on your team. I'm sorry, I don't know.
Yeah, he's a shutdown corner. The problem is he's often not available.
Yes, and that's the problem.
That's the problem with Jair. You're not available, and when you're not available, it's at the worst possible time. Jair picks the worst possible times to be hurt. Right before the playoff, in a playoff game, whatever's the worst time for him to get hurt, when he get hurt. Same with Christian Watson. You get hurt right before the playoffs, both of them. So I get what you're saying, and that is a logical way of looking at it, that we can't keep Jair to get a receiver. But the problem is that Jair ain't available like that either. And are you able to get an adequate receiver in the second round that can do the same thing? All right, Chargers got Omarion Hampton, a running back, North Carolina. Packers are on the clock, friends and family. Packers on the clock.
Wow, they took him.
Omarion Hampton. I'm not familiar. Let's take a look. They said he's the number 2 running back. 21st overall, 90 grade.
Wow, that's the team. If fantasy owners or wherever, that's the guy you want right there.
Yeah.
They love running the football. They love running the football.
Wow. Okay.
So, who he got? Golden? He probably shocked himself. You didn't know he was gonna get picked right.
I don't know. Yeah, it's nothing's official yet. The Packers got 7 minutes. Nothing's official yet. The Packers are on the clock, y'all. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh. Okay.
I think everybody's in alignment with the receiver. Maybe y'all right. I always think defense wins championships, but maybe in this particular situation, receiver, it would be very helpful.
The only reason why I say that receiver, because I want to see if Jordan loves that dude. You know, they're going to run a lot more tight end sets this year. They're going to use Kraft and Musgrave more. I mean, that's what I've been reading. They were, and that's what I've been hearing and reading. They're going to do mostly of you know, I remember how they did Cheeseheads and Gronk back in the day. Type of offense. They're going to do more of that, but they need speed. They need speed. The guys we got don't have speed.
Okay.
Wicks is not that fast.
Hey, this running back look like he legit. His highlights kind of look serious.
What, the running back?
Yeah, from Carolina.
Yeah, they're gonna be there leaning back, but I'm not surprised going there. So either it's gonna be corner.
Everybody's saying wide receiver, and I feel like that's what they will do. All right, 5.5, well, almost a little under 6 minutes left before the Packers put in their pick. I'm feeling receiver.
Man, look at that crowd. Good Lord. Shout out to Green Bay, man. They showed out tonight.
But it looked nice, organized. Look at that. That looks crazy. That looks crazy, friends and family. That looks crazy.
Wow. Great job, Green Bay. They had that organized. They did a great job.
Yeah. Shout out to Lambeau Field. If we get a receiver right here, right? So then what do we get in the second round? Are y'all saying cornerback, or are we getting the edge rusher then?
Edge rusher in the second round, and then do a cornerback. I think we got enough corners to, like Valentine. They got that John Williams that they got from the third, fourth round. I really like. They like a hybrid safety. I already got Bullock, another safety.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just don't.
But we
think
need cover corners. I don't want these combo. I want cover corners. I want somebody that can cover. Yeah. And I don't trust Ballantyne and them cats like that to keep it real. Oh, they look good going against third and fourth receivers. When they're thrust to going against 2 and 1s, I think they gonna be barbecue chicken.
If they don't get wide receiver, I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised. You know how good he thinks. So he I don't know. I don't know.
Come on, Packers, do the right thing. We right there. Do you get what I'm saying? We right there. Like, as far as if we get the right picks that can be impact players, that can catapult us in Super Bowl contention.
He is right in the green room. He's waiting. He is waiting. Kick holding. He's waiting right there. He's right in the green room. Get him.
All right, let's see. Hold on. Let me see what the homie Lewis said. Hold on. Lewis said, Golden Matthew, Will Johnson, or Mike Green will be the pick. We need wide receiver, corner, edge. Facts? Facts?
Pick is in yet?
Nope. We got about 3:30 left before the Packers have to make a pick. And it's like, dude, this is what I'm saying. If you know who you want to pick so that the show can continue. What is all this waiting the whole 10 minutes? What was y'all doing all day? You should have had a C and D. Let's go.
Here you go. Ticket in there.
Wow, that looked crazy.
Hey, I told you.
Wow. Man, it looks crazy at Lambeau. Salute to Lambeau.
150.
Taking in all these marks and allowing them to enjoy our venue.
They're crazy. Proud Lambeau, man. Proud Lambeau. They
okay. There we go. Dare Stevenson, I respect that. If we draft a cornerback at this pick, he's a day one starter. He has to be. That's a fair point. That's fair. I agree. Damn, so y'all gonna really wait the whole 10 minutes?
Come on, man.
Oh, man, if y'all don't hurry up and pick, quit playing. Moose said I probably would get Campbell if his injury is not... No. As soon as I hear injury, I'm good. Nope. I'm good. I'm good.
Who Campbell who?
It don't even matter. Once I hear that, I'm cool. Anytime we draft somebody like that, the injury ended up being serious. Look at them defensive linemen we drafted. Oh, just a minor injury. Nah, as soon as I hear that, I want you with a clean bill of health. Nah, Moose. Pass. He gonna have to show me I'm cool. First round, we can't do that. I have a bad feeling Packers going to use their pick on an offensive tackle. That is also a need, though. Hey, but low-key, Mac Jerry, that's low-key a need, too.
Yeah.
That's low-key a need, bro. Even though the Packers are winning games, we do have holes on this team that do need to be filled. Multiple holes. But we need to fill them with impact players that can play now. That's the thing with the Packers. We're in a win now. We got a young team. We're trending in the right direction. We need impact players now. Or we need to trade for impact players, period. Dude, these dudes really going to run it all.
Come on, bro.
Wait, what? No Straight said OKC down 30 to the Grizzlies. That's nasty work.
And they put on TNT tonight.
Right. Yeah, that's nasty work.
All
nah,
right,
Moose. Nah, Moose. Nah. He already got an injury. I'm cool, bro. Not with the Packers luck. We're drafting people that got an injury. Nope. I'm going to hit him with the unk. Shout out to Unk. I hope you get through your situation. Dude, is it in? Okay, come on, man. Well, who y'all? Chop.
Man, I want to find out what the pick is.
Man, that's like 100,000 people.
250,000.
Yeah, see, I don't need to be in nothing like that. That's too many people.
Wow.
It's too confined for me like that.
But
like
that
you
bigger
on the strip in Vegas or something like that, you moving around in and out of casino. You know what I'm saying? different, but it's not. Come on, man. What is it? What are they doing? What are they doing? Draft the person. What human are we getting? Let's go. The people are waiting. We're chomping at the bit here. Quit showing these people and show the pick. Let's go, Packers. Okay. Big G's pick is in. If you didn't know, the G stands for greatness. Let's go. Let's go, Packers.
Murphy doing the last pick. This is last time being here, so. Wow, fuck.
All right, come on, y'all. Woo! Let's see if we was right, friends and family. Let's see. Let's see. I mess with dude.
Quit picking.
It ain't in yet. All right, Mark Murphy, I got you. Yeah. Open the damn thing, brother. Let's get to it. We got to see if y'all gonna do the right thing or not. Damn, the anticipation. Let's go, Pack. Let's go, Pack. It looks crazy. And you know what? It was cool too. Tonight it was nice outside. It was a good night today. Not too cold. Okay, select. Damn, say the name. Dude, this is ridiculous.
Oh my God! Come on,
bro, man! What are they doing? Pick the player.
He milking it.
Matthew Golden. Okay. All right. Matthew Golden. Okay. Finally. Okay. Okay. It took y'all 10 minutes. It took y'all 10 minutes. Let's go. Let's look at this. This is the receiver everyone wanted. Matthew Golden, 5'11", 191. Position rank number 2. The second best player at his position.
Crowd going nuts.
This is exactly what we needed.
Wow.
Let's go through it. Pre-draft analysis. Golden is an effective route runner who wins with his release. Hold on, I don't know why that keeps.
Finally, bro.
Right. And he has 4.3 speed. That's key. 4.3 speed and already a route runner.
Bro, he don't have to go nowhere. You look at how he's smiling like, wow.
Bro.
Wow. Places,
okay,
bro.
Packers. I'm happy now. I'm cool. I was talking that edge rusher, and I still am, but we got a real talent right here. I don't know if y'all watch SEC football. That dude was a problem. That dude was a real problem out there. Hey. All right now. Hey, Christian.
Wow.
That's Christian Watson's replacement. Officially now. We officially have Christian Watson's replacement. Friends and family, let's get in the comment section. We know what it is now. Let's chop it up now. The Packers. Yeah, there we go. We finally got a reasonable pick in the first round. Let's go. Moose, I don't care about his highlights if he got an injury.
He doesn't have an injury. You don't worry about this guy, man.
Texas Longhorn, let's go.
Look at them horns, man.
Let's go.
Bro, he don't have to go nowhere. He's right there. He don't have to go.
He said, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm slightly disappointed. Wide receiver is where the depth is. No, Moose. We have depth, but we don't have speed. Moose, we don't have no speed. Look how different the offense looks, even when Christian Watson is just on the field.
He got
when
no
he is
speed,
just
bro.
on the field. Just think of how much easier it's gonna give. It's gonna give Jordan Love bigger windows. It's gonna give more running room for Josh Jacobs because the defense can't play near the box though they want to because Christian Watson's replacement is gonna take the top off.
And then
Matthew
also,
Golden. So you got to take that in consideration. It's like in basketball having an elite 3-point shooter. Like an AJ Green, when he's in the game, you have to pay attention. He's gonna bring some gravity because he can hit threes. This guy's super fast, so you gotta pay attention. It is a need and it is a help because Christian Watson is not available, bro. I'm not mad at this pick. Let's give Louis Lamont his props. He did.
hey, good
Salute.
job,
You
bro.
got it. You got it. Yeah, you got it. You got it.
We don't drive wide receiver.
Right.
Another thing, Moose, I wanted to let you know. I mean, Moose, Romeo Dobbs in his contract year, he had multiple concussions.
Oh, that was
They're
it.
not
Romeo Dobbs. Yeah. Okay.
Romeo Dobbs got multiple concussions. Wicks on the contract year as well. The only guy that had that sign is our slot receiver. That's it. And like I said, they're going to run a 2 tight end set more this year. This pick, I love this pick. I thought they thought about Abuka, but then he was hurt.
Right.
So that was another.
That's
we
true.
talk about we were like,
right. This is a win for Packer Nation tonight. This first pick is an official win. I salute the Packers on doing the right thing today. As far as a quality player, he's going to immediately come in and help. He's an immediate help for the Packers as far as a deep threat. We need a deep. You can't have all possession receivers on your team. You just can't. You can't have all. You just can't. And that's what we have. We got a slew of really good possession receivers.
Oh man, 5'11", but
okay, I feel you. Okay, I got you. Move.
Oh, he's okay.
Yeah, okay, I got what you're saying.
What you were saying?
He was saying he's talking about the draft, not on the Packers. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we got you.
My bad, moves. I was just saying that the team they needed a wide receiver. So I'm happy they got it done.
Right.
And
I guess that's kind of a thing too now because we never had a number one receiver. I feel you, Derek Stevenson. Is he now officially our one receiver? First round pick? He has to immediately come in and play, in my opinion.
Yeah, he gotta play.
I think he immediately. I don't know if he's our number one, but he definitely should be fighting for it. Yeah, that's what most of our picks are. Yeah, agreed, Derek Stevenson. That's why I think this one is a great one because he can come in and play immediately. Oh yeah, we added the kick returner from KC. Yep.
Oh, he ain't worried about him, man. He might not be on the team.
You don't think so?
Well, they're gonna use him just to return kicks.
So is that enough? Yeah, I feel what you're saying. Is that enough?
Him being the offense a little bit more than just return kicks, and like I said, they're gonna be a 2 tight end sets. They're gonna probably do multiple sets to move guys around.
Lewis, you standing on it like that? He said he's a number one easily.
Right.
Hold on.
New York's on the board. It looks like Shador might go right here.
Oh, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Hold on, let me switch up. Let me switch up the camera. Right, we got to trade, y'all. Hold on. We got to trade. Give me a second. We got to trade. All right, New York.
Right.
If they get Shador, that would be crazy. Going to New York? That's a lot of pressure, though, too.
Perfect place for him to go to. Big market.
Yeah.
His personality.
Right. Wow. Let's see, y'all. Let's see.
They wanted him. They wanted him, but they said they're not passing on card. They said they're not passing on card.
No, he's a monster. No, I wouldn't have either. He's a monster. But to trade back and then to get him at this, they played it perfect.
They waited.
Because
They
you see who they went ahead. Because I told you the Rams might want to get Shador because they need a quarterback.
They do.
So that's why New York jumped in here.
Yeah, the Rams are gonna get him. The Rams will probably pick him up right here.
Let's see what New York do. This is NFL is wild. New York trying to make a move.
If they get Darks right here, no, it can't be. It can't be Darks.
No, they can't.
Come on, man. It's Shador. It's Shador, man. He waited too long.
Let's see. This is interesting. This draft is very interesting.
If it is him, no, I don't know.
No, nothing in yet. It's 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes until the pick is in for the Giants.
Look at Golden. He said the fans are like loving it right now. He taking a picture with the fans. There you go.
He taking it all in as he should. As he should. It's in your home arena too or stadium.
How that feels? You got drafted by a team that's already there. You have to go nowhere.
Right. It's just I think this is the right place for him too. And we develop receivers.
Yes. And I'm really, really happy. The Packers, I was begging. It's funny because
okay. Bill Wilson said there will be quality edge rushers available in the second round. Okay. All right. Anybody particular that you're aware of, Bill Wilson?
It gotta be somebody. You gotta give me some names because it's like the second round a little bit flush.
Yeah, now. I agree. If you could give us some names, be appreciated.
We just need some edge rushers and probably a defense tackle here.
Right. There. Mac Jerry said our wide receiver core is going to be explosive. I agree. And I think that Jacobs will even have a better year because defenses can't stack the box. Because they didn't have to worry about anybody going over the top. So I think that Jacobs will be even more explosive. But I would like to see him get less carries.
Yeah. And use Marshawn on Lloyd.
More, yeah. I would like to see less workload on Jacobs.
Have at least like 15 carries, maybe 20 carries.
I think he should never go. The max should be 25 in a game for him. The max should be 25. I think it should be between like 17 and like 20-ish. Lloyd is solid enough. They should be that power and thunder or whatever. How that is, that you know what I'm saying? Power and speed. So I think they should be doing more of that. And Lloyd is also good as a receiver, so that needs to be taken into consideration. All right, the pick is in, y'all.
Pick is in, so it's in Shador.
Oh, they don't say it yet. The pick is in, though.
It'll be Shador right here. I'm hoping it's him.
This is crazy.
Hey, remember, Lamar Jackson was like 31.
Right, I remember that.
Like, I still, to this day, thinking about how you pass on Lamar Jackson. How? These teams, sometimes, my opinion, Amber, some of these scouts don't
hold on. Lewis, you said something I can't agree with you. You said Van Ness and big year, we not doing that. Van Ness, he just ain't it, bro. Van Ness ain't got it, bro. I can't do that one.
Van Ness, he needs to do something.
He don't got no type of moves, nothing. He just got a high motor, and that ain't enough. You can't have a high motor and no type of hand moves he don't got no move, bro. He just does a bull rush or maybe the arm sweep. He don't got no finesse. That was a wasted first round pick. I never wanted him on this team. Yeah, Van Ness ain't it, bro. I can't go Van Ness. But Tucker Kraft has been my boy. Tucker Kraft and Musgrave, them my boys right there. I roll with them.
So, Luke Musgrave is big, 6'7".
Hey, Terminal Sarcasm said need to replace Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark is not even about him being 30 years old. His numbers are trash. And you can throw in Rashawn Gary. I want both of them off my team now. Moose, you hear me? I want Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary off this team now. They don't help us. Neither. They're getting paid big bucks to do nothing. Salsaing at the line. All they doing is dancing at the line, percolating at the line. They ain't doing nothing. Oh, the Falcons got a trade.
Huh?
The Falcons traded up in the Rams spot. The Rams traded out because maybe they're not getting Shedeur now. There's a lot going on. Wow. The Giants took Jackson Dart.
What? What? Oh my God! They passed on.
No strays. What you got to say about this? Where no strays at? What you got to say about this? I'm in shock. Okay. He got to play more. We ain't playing him because of Smith. Okay.
Wow. Well, I did hear that the coach and Zador didn't really go too well in the meetings, but man, come on.
Wow. Jackson Dart? Wow.
Trader pick. Detroit doesn't need a.
The Falcons don't need a quarterback. Ravens don't need a quarterback. Detroit, Washington, Buffalo.
Nope.
None of these teams need quarterbacks. These are all the teams that was deep in the playoffs.
Unless somebody trades in right now, he's going to be in the second round. Glad he didn't show up here, man. That'd be embarrassing.
Yeah, but maybe he knew that already.
Man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Jackson Dart is solid, though. I mean, he's a solid quarterback, I think.
Yeah, but I don't like the coach. The coach think he knows everything. He was on the Bill staff, and all he had Josh Allen. All Josh Allen did was run the ball. So I mean, he tried to duplicate that with Daniel Jones and
But
New
you know
York.
why? You know the difference, though. If we gonna keep it real. The real reason that Shedeur probably didn't get picked by the Giants is the lack of mobility. Jackson Dart can move.
Yeah, but he can. Shedeur can throw the ball. I watched a couple of games of Colorado.
I'm just saying.
Man.
That was I'm in shock. What up, 78? Appreciate you with the super chat. Hold on, let's get to 78 real quick. Hold on.
I enjoyed the first round pick, buddy.
What up, 78? Appreciate the $10 super chat. They doing Sanders filthy, trying to humble him. But Favre went 33rd and Brady went 10,000. Facts. Fact. That's why he ain't up, though, 78. I think he already knew what was going on, and his dad did, too. I think that's why they didn't show up. I really do.
I'm telling you right now, it's a lot of play the team he could probably go to Cleveland on the next pick. Cleveland got a haul. They got so many picks.
Maybe Cleveland spins the block in the second round and gets him.
Huh?
Cleveland could get him in the second round.
Cleveland getting them. They need a quarterback, and Deshaun Watson is done.
Yeah, he's done.
Achilles injury. His money still is bad. The money's bad. He's not going to come back. You got 2 Achilles injuries. You're done. I didn't need to worry about just getting the offense together like they want and surround that team with receivers. But
I agree.
I can't believe they got Shedeur going in the second round. I was hearing rumors about it, but now actually seeing it happen.
Yeah, because there's no way any of these teams draft Shedeur under any circumstances. It's done. That's crazy.
Falcons trading in. I don't know who they want. Probably offensive lineman from Ohio State.
Would you? Speaking of offensive linemen, would y'all be mad if the Packers got an offensive lineman in the second round?
No, okay. I won't be. Look, like what the Super Bowl taught us anything. If you don't got offensive linemen and you got 4 people just rushing you and getting you, it doesn't even matter who you got back there.
Look at no strays. Look at no strays. He ain't got no shame. Maybe Atlanta might grab him. His dad played there. You see this dude, man?
Come on,
no strays. Damn, bro. Come on, no strays. Why are you kicking his back in while that man's down? He kick his back in. Come on, man.
Come on, no strays, man. Come on.
Interesting.
Maybe.
That's interesting.
They do need a quarterback. They need have him sit down behind
Goff, yeah.
I mean, it could be a Packers situation for
And
them
it's
to
in a
have.
dome, so it's a little bit more quarterback friendly. And
They got
golf is actually a similar type of quarterback. Not a great arm, good decision making, pocket passer. James Pierce Jr., edge rusher. Damn. Falcons came up and got.
Ooh.
Let's see this guy's measurables. James Pierce, position rank number 4. Damn. Hey, do y'all see that man's speed? Let me put this back up. Do y'all see that man's speed? That's what we need. 4.5 as a 6'5", 245, running 4.5.
Falcons are got linebacker. They got edge rush. They trying to do some stuff in the NFC South
Wow.
this year.
Yeah, they got a line. Yeah, they
They gave up a 2026 first round pick for that. Whoa.
Hey, but look at his position rank. He's the fourth best person at his position.
All right. Okay.
And his grade is a 90. And then out of all players, he's ranked 16th.
Yeah, Falcons ain't playing this year. They want to get that defense up.
They
gave up
but that's all. I've always been a proponent of defense wins championships. I've always been a proponent of that. At least that's what you want to build your team on. Maybe the Lions. Otherwise, it's second round. If the Lions don't get him in second round, immediately second round.
Yeah, second round.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, somebody gonna take him. I mean, I know it's going to probably upset you get the first round, but
use it as a motivation. I'm still mad about last year's draft too. We should have got Cooper DeJean or DeJean Cooper, whatever his name is. We should have got that corner last year. He could have did a kick returner, cornerback. He would have immediately been better than Valentine and Clementine and all of the times that we got on the squad. Immediately better.
To watch that man get interception in the Super Bowl for a touchdown just tore me apart, man. Like,
right? Yeah.
Tore me apart.
Exactly.
Why would back like?
Okay, how do you feel about this? Lose with another good comment. I definitely hope we trade up tomorrow and take Mike Green. Look up how good Mike Green. Oh no, I know he's good. Oh, I know. But the Packers don't usually do things. That's what I'm saying. We're a very conservative organization. That's part of the problem. We need to be more bold. You have to dare to be great if you're gonna win in this league. Look at it. Look at it. He back. Hold on. Look at it. Look.
Angela leaving tonight.
Look at no strays. He ain't got no shame. He just kicking this man's back in. Dan Shador Sanders might be working at Curly's Bar and Grill after tonight.
Bro, they showed a picture.
Why are you kicking that man's back in no strays? Bro, that man is going through a difficult time, and you keep dropping one-liners on him. Come on, no strays. Have some empathy for this. Have some empathy for Shador, man. Don't kick his back in. Come on, man.
I want to know why they showed him television. He just looking at the wall. Okay. All sad. Don't do that to him, man. Don't show him why he looking like that. Like when Rodgers was in that green room,
he looked crazy. Yeah, he looked crazy.
Because he thought he was gonna be number 1, and at least probably top 5.
Can you imagine you're the number 2 rated quarterback and you don't even get drafted in the first round, and you're the number 2 rated quarterback? Arguably could be the number 1.
Taken for him. And
Cam Ward done already went first, went home, chilled out, and this dude Shador ain't even get picked. And they were supposed to be rivals.
Exactly. And you got to also think about Monroe from Alabama, the other quarterback. He's still in the green room right now.
Oh, that's right.
He's still in the green room. So
Milroe. Hey, who's Alabama quarterback? Milroe. Did I accidentally call him Milton earlier?
Milroe. They say he fast as Lamar.
Yeah, but is he as accurate?
Man, Detroit may pick a quarterback here.
They have a deep team. They got all the receivers they need. 2 running back. They choked away a chance to go to the Super Bowl. I ain't gonna even hold you. They choked that.
Yeah, I don't like the fans, but I respect the team. I don't like the fans there. I
Derek
respect.
Stevenson co-signing Mike Green too. But okay, so for the people that want Mike Green, is it possible that we can stay where we are in the second round, or do we need to move up to get Mike Green?
Where are we? Where are the Packers on the second round?
Let me see. Hold on.
I mean, that'll let me know if they had to move up or not.
Oh, I'm scrolling too much, bro. Yeah, that's too. That seemed too far.
In the 50s.
No, we're in 22. The second round is 22.
That's 30.
Oh, hold on.
That's
Sorry, my bad. Hold on a second. I don't even got it here yet. Hold on. We got first. Oh no. Okay, so yeah, 50. So my bad.
yeah, that's too long. That's too long.
54.
He'll be gone by then.
We
They're
need
gonna
to
have
move
to.
up and around this area. Look at the Bears
That
did a trade already. Cleveland. Look at that. All these
already.
trades have already. Yeah, so we would need to move. Damn. The Browns are mess around and get one of them. Look at the Browns got 2 early picks. The Bears got 2 early picks. Yeah, we're gonna have to trade up.
Yeah, Will Johnson's still there. Cornerback still there.
And I don't know if any of these teams would be willing to give up something because these teams are all teams that need talent.
Yeah,
I don't know if that. I don't know if the Mike Green is reasonable. Seeing where we're picking, bro.
yeah.
I don't think it's reasonable. Check this out, Derek. Hold on. We're in the 50s. 54. We would definitely have to trade up in the second round. Definitely have to trade up.
No way.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm interested to see what the Ravens do. Because they might need a receiver too. They
Who's still
definitely might need they don't need no tight end. I mean, they got Likely or whatever already, so he's straight. So so I think they would need a receiver or maybe an edge rusher. I could see safety Malachi Starks, safety Georgia. Okay, okay.
Good pick.
Their defense was a little shaky, so I can understand that.
He was in the green room that long. Jeez, Louise.
Yeah, Milroe's definitely not getting picked. Damn. Do you know how crazy that got to feel for you to come all the way there, get all dressed up, put on all the jewelry, all the flyware, and then just be sitting there with your whole family? That they should find out in advance what the likelihood of you getting drafted is before they say that you should come to the NFL draft for the first round. Because
The only
that is demoralizing, and it's just, I mean, damn, man, that gotta feel crazy.
I will say this though, they will probably be there tomorrow. They probably gonna give the hotel for the night and then come back the next day, and they'll probably go earlier. But yeah, sit in that green room that long. Come on.
Yeah, you don't even
Who
get to do no special handshake with Goodell. He ain't gonna be there with you messing around with y'all in the second round. He had no special handshakes, nothing. Damn. But let's talk about the Packers finally doing the right thing. Let's take a look. Are y'all concerned about his size at all? That he's only 5'11"?
nope.
Does that concern you guys at all? That Matthew
Yeah,
Golden is only 5'11"?
let me ask you. Okay, let me ask you a question with another question. Would you rather have speed or a guy that's 6'4" and that can't really run? What do you want? The guy that went to with
The Panthers.
yeah. Who would you
I would
rather
rather
have?
have the speed. I'd rather have the speed.
Yeah. So I understand the height. It's really we're so consumed with what Randy Moss did back in the day because he had size and speed. He was a man back in the
Right.
day. And then we had Megatron.
Right.
He man back in the day. Like you have size speed, that's a top 5 pick right there.
Right.
This wasn't really a top
Right.
10, 5 pick a wide receiver, but we needed a wide receiver that can run. And Chris Watson's hurt. Dobbs looked like he's gonna be on the way out. If he
Christian
don't play.
Watson is a bigger receiver with speed.
Exactly. And we had to trade up in the second round to get him.
Mm-hmm.
You remember? Like
Right.
they had to trade. But I just think overall the Packers did the right thing tonight. Guys happy. I'm shut up finally. Good, you good. I ain't saying nothing else tonight. I ain't gonna bomb you on tonight. I'm good.
Right.
You
They did the
receiver.
right thing, and now the thing is, we've started off this draft, and we learned from our mistake from the last draft. Moose, I know that was a hard pill to swallow, us not getting the Cooper DeJean, but I think they really learned how much of an L they took, and they said that they were gonna address or approach things differently in the green room this time, and they definitely did. I think they listened to the fans, they looked at what was on the board, and at actual needs, and they filled a void on this team, which is a speed receiver, an explosive receiver, and a possible one. And I don't think that's a bad thing for someone to that we have a number one receiver where Jordan Love can kind of be his security blanket. Not saying that's not Tucker Kraft or Musgrave, but you got to have one of your receivers got to be the guy. You know what I mean? I feel like it is. And I feel like he can be the alpha in the wide receiver film room. I think
Yeah,
that he could be the alpha.
JJ is pretty much going to be your slot guy, and you need an outside guy that can really push the ball down the field on you. So he reminds me of what James was back in the day. In the
Oh,
early,
shout out to Greg Jennings. Yeah, not even to Greg Jennings. What's the other one? Javon Walker.
Javon Walker. Oh yeah, Javon Walker, man.
Javon Walker was the truth.
He,
I'm
them,
happy with the pick though. I was just bringing that up as a question. Like, just because he's a little smaller, does that worry you at all? Versus if he was like 6'2", 6'3", obviously that'd be ideal side, but then he would go a lot higher. So you gotta balance it out.
well, I mean, when they had Xavier Worthy was a little bit shorter than
Right.
Golden.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, a
That's
little
fair
shorter.
point.
Yeah, but I would have a guy that almost 6 feet that can just run right past you and just do all the cuts you need him to do. Like you can do a lot of in the round, out rounds. You can have an in out zig routes on them. So that means like you go inside and go outside. You can do quick passes to him. You know, yeah,
Right.
we can. I just with you right now, you just need to get your offense get downfield. Like you gotta have a go-to guy that can push the ball down the field without no hesitation. So having a guy like Matthew Golden, like I've been hearing about him for the last month and a half of about the Golden, so I didn't really think they're gonna have a chance. I thought he was gonna be gone sooner. That's why when he was on live, I was kind of surprised that he was still on the board. So I thought Seattle might would have took him up because they already got rid of DK Metcalf. But
I thought that's somebody we could have went after was DJ Metcalf.
Yeah, he wanted $30 million.
What?
He wanted $30 million a year.
30?
Yes. Look at the contract. He wanted close to $30 million a year.
Okay, defensive tackle is off the board. Ohio State, Tyleik Williams, defensive tackle. Yeah, Shedeur is not going, bro.
Wow, man, he's cold-blooded, man.
Yeah, he is definitely not going. He is definitely not going, bro. Definitely.
But yeah, Burrow's in the dream room too.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. I knew he was going to the second round. I don't know what he was thinking.
Why he went in the green room?
Oh, let me shout out some people that I just seen pop in. What's good? Bless my snipes, Giannis. Why we coming in? Come on, bro. We not doing that today. That's tomorrow. We talk Bucks tomorrow, not tonight, bro. This is all about Packers in the NFL draft. Lewis was good. Know him smaller don't matter. Golden is like a Steve Smith. Okay.
I agree on that point.
What up, EP? Green and golden. He's is going to be nice for us. Okay, so y'all, everybody's co-signing it. Okay.
How you feel about the pick? How you feel about the Packers pick?
Wick still can end up being like a Devontae Adams, definitely being wide receiver 4 now.
He's catching the ball more. He's been dropping a lot of catches.
But you know what though? Devontae Adams was the same way.
I know.
Devontae was the same way.
Did I tell you a story about Devontae's second year? What happened with him?
Hold on one second. Hey, bro. Bless my snipes, bro. Don't make me ban you, bro. Hey, this is Packers talk today, not Bucks. Bucks is tomorrow, bro. Don't make me ban you on today just for being silly, bro. Act your age, not your shoe size, bro. Come on, man. Relax. Relax in the chat, fam. Relax. Bill Wilson said,
Man,
"Did you see Detroit paid Joseph $20 million more than we paid McKinney?" Wow. No, I did not. That's crazy.
that happened yesterday, I believe.
Wow.
Giants are crazy. They're trying to sign everybody. They need to win right now.
That's an
They
interesting note too. You see that? Lewis said that Steve Smith's favorite wide receiver in this draft. Interesting.
He's a dog. Unless you're not taking somebody's girl away,
I'm not saying he wasn't first to say. I don't know why he came, bro. I don't know why he came. Appreciate you subscribing, bro. Appreciate you. Derek, I don't know why he was even there. I think he's a 4th or 5th rounder too. He just got speed and an arm. I don't really see any technical ability from Milroe. Keeping it real, facts.
Man, I don't. They probably gonna put his name. They'll probably give him a second round, but
yeah, his name, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Golden is there. He got speed, man. I
mean,
OBJ
like is a lot because OBJ in his prime was something different, bro. OBJ in his prime was a problem.
Man, back in the day, you couldn't cover him. You could not cover him.
No, I agree. Yeah, it was crazy.
OBJ couldn't. Hey, OBJ's 5'11" too. So that's why I don't get why.
You know what? That's true. Jaden Reed is small, and he's still good. And Tyreek small. That's fair. I'm just saying for your prototypical wide receiver, you would want him maybe a little taller as your prototypical wide receiver. I'm not mad at the pick though.
Sterling Sharpe wasn't that big.
Who?
Sterling Sharpe. Remember?
Oh no, Sterling Sharpe was like a no. Sterling Sharpe was like a tight end, bro. Sterling Sharpe was one of the first physical receivers, bro. Him and Michael Irvin were like linebackers playing receiver. They were extremely physical, where cornerbacks didn't want to even kind of get up on them because they'd just maul you. Like Sterling Sharpe, this is no disrespect. There was a 2-year span where it was debatable, maybe 3 years, but if he was better, if he was the best receiver in the NFL, and he did not have a Hall of Fame quarterback for most of his career.
Yeah, Brett Favre in his first 2 years, and that was it.
Yeah, that was it. Everything else was Don Majkowski, all these mid quarterbacks. Sterling Sharpe is one of the best receivers I've ever seen, period. In real life, Sterling Sharpe is one of the best receivers I've ever seen, period.
I mean, games got to watch with him. I never got to watch him.
You got to think about how short his career is, and he still made it to the Hall of Fame.
Man, I'm still mad that I didn't get a chance to watch him play.
He's Gale Sayers, bro. It was Gale Sayers rules for him, bro. Like,
yeah, that's a good comparison because Gale Sayers.
People don't understand because of his career. It was short, but he was so dominant in that time. I mean, dominant. He was getting 100 catches when that was unreal. You couldn't even do that on Tecmo Bowl back in the day. That man was getting 100 catches when it wasn't even normal. Like, that was crazy. He was getting 100 catches. Sterling Sharpe, man, the greatest Packer receiver of all time, in my opinion, is Sterling Sharpe. And I don't think it's close. I don't even think it's close. No one should even be mentioned in the same breath as Sterling Sharpe to me. Maybe you could say some James Lofton if you wanna have something to talk about. But if not, hey, first receiver I look through Packers all time, that's who I'm taking.
Oh, they showing Green. Or damn, don't show him. They showing Mike Green on the board. They showing him.
Okay, Washington. Let's get back. Washington just got in a pick. They got an offensive tackle, Josh Connerly Jr.
Okay.
They got Josh Connerly Jr.
Oregon.
We got 3 more picks for this round. Then we gonna get up out of here. I appreciate y'all staying locked in. Appreciate y'all. Always great commentary as usual. We doing more Packer stuff with the Packer season coming along. We're definitely gonna be doing more Packer lives, same as last year. We'll be going live after all Packers games, and we gonna get it in.
Man, Mike
Sterling Sharpe need to tell his brother to stay off the only. Come on, man. Damn.
You knew that one was coming. You knew that one was coming.
Strays, family, straight.
Bro, Shannon Sharpe and Ocho's at Lambeau right now. They at Lambeau right now doing a podcast.
Oh, that's hilarious. That he's still on. I'll be trying to lay low. He's funny for that, actually.
He's not gonna do ESPN for a while until football season, but they probably
Right.
still be fine.
Right, Eric Payne. He said Sterling Sharpe was a problem. The numbers he put up with pedestrian quarterbacks. Facts. People, I know you didn't see it. I'm telling you. Think about how good you have to be for someone to say you might be better than Jerry Rice. Think about how good you have to be, or how good your years were for them to be like, Jerry Rice is good, but I don't know. This dude, he was running people over, bro. He was like, I don't know how to explain it. He was physical. He was looking for contact. He wasn't trying to juke you. He was just either run past you or run through you. One way or the other, he was getting to the end zone. Shout out to Sterling Sharpe, all-time Packer. Packer.
The Packers need to
right. Don't get him started, Derek Steve. Don't come on, fam. Don't get him started. Don't put no battery and no strays back. That's the last person that need a battery that's back. Hey, Kerry, what's good? Appreciate you tapping in, Kerry. Yeah, and I think that's a good pick. We're in alignment as Packer Nation that we accept Matthew Golden as our pick. I think that's a good pick. Good pick.
Don't worry, like the offense needs to look. They never gave Aaron Rodgers a wide receiver. Think about that.
Look at Kerry. What's wrong with Kerry? Look at Kerry. Right, that is. People don't understand that that's a big deal.
Bro,
hey, they don't even understand that's a big deal.
You saw I was flipping out. As soon as you said his name, I flipped out. I was like, we finally got a wide receiver in the first round. You know how much long we waited for this moment? 20-something years for a wide receiver?
He's going to be an impact, though. I think he'll be an impact. I definitely think he'll be an impact.
I knew it was something because they just kept making us wait. It was like, wait. No, they didn't even show the green room.
Right,
like,
nothing. Yeah, that's what I said. They wanted to make it, they wanted to make it climatic. I get it.
Well, we saw how hype Golden was. It was like, bro, I don't have to go nowhere. I can just go and stay in the
right.
Dude,
there you go. That's what I was trying to put my words together. Sterling Sharpe was like Bo Jackson at wide receiver. That's a great way to explain it.
Good. That was a good analogy.
It was like that. It was, dude. Watching him was crazy, bro. Like that. Shout out to Star. I'm just glad he could live a normal life. Nick injuries are nothing to play with. So I'm just glad he retired, didn't put his life on the line, and ended up still getting a Hall of Fame. Definitely, like I said, all-time Packer great. All-time Packer great.
Numbers, he deserves to go Hall of Fame. Like, he's still better than high receivers that
in the Hall of Fame. Correct.
When we put a name out there, what's Preston, the wide receiver from the Cowboys, number 88 back in the day?
Yeah, he should be.
Sterling Sharpe's way better than him.
He played longer. That's what was crazy. But he won chips. That's the thing.
That was the thing. Technically, I would give that Super Bowl ring to that 31 to.
Look at Bill. Bill said, considering the value Green Bay gets out of receivers in rounds 2 and 3, Golden is probably a Hall of Famer. Let's go. I hope so. Shout out to Bill Wilson. Hey, man, if these teams don't pick their picks, what's wrong with them? What's taking them so long? Y'all know who available. Quit playing.
You don't crowd anymore. It's like people left. They went home. Like, so we're going to be back tomorrow.
That's another thing. See, now, you done sparked it now about Sterling. Now, they remember. Anything that hit, he wasn't dropping no passes. Shout out to Joseph and Bet. No passes.
I'm still mad at it. Watch him. Still mad.
What you mean? You better watch them highlights. You better YouTube.
I did live.
Live. Understand, but the highlights, you'll see what you need to see.
Man.
That's hilarious. Matthew Golden said he did an interview, said he's about to go work out. That's hilarious. If that's the kind of attitude he got, are you serious? Hey, D
Who was
Cole
that?
123 said Matthew Golden just did an interview and said he's about to go work out. He ready. Wow. You know what that is? You know what that is? He's already putting them other receivers on notice. I'm already putting in work. I'm coming. I like
What
that. That was a
the Pack-
message. That's a message. That's that man. I see some of these cats be reading 48 Laws of Power. That's kind of like setting your precedent. You're already instilling what you're about to do. Oh man, listen. I believe in this dude already. Off of that, saying that on
oh,
the strength alone. What up, D Code 123 as well.
the Pack-
Appreciate you tapping in, famo.
the Packers said that they want football guys. They don't want the guys that just want to make money. They want guys
Right?
that
Yeah,
can
you
football.
definitely want that. Facts. Facts. Now, if y'all come out some Steve Smith and all of that for Matthew Golden, that's high praise. That's high
Man, see, that's
praise.
right there. Like I said, I'm still like the one team I thought would took Golden was probably Seattle, but I remember Seattle said they want to run the ball more,
Right.
and that's why like they're not gonna get another wide receiver. They want to move on from that.
That's a true
Yeah,
point. That's true. Ahmad, yep, Sun God is a 5'11 elite receiver, K Real. But I need that sometimes. Y'all just gotta talk me back. I'm a logical person. When you make sense, you
I,
make sense.
I had talked you into it.
Yeah. That y'all making sense now. Hey, I salute. That's fair. And he is an elite receiver. I consider Sun God an elite receiver.
If Mr. Smith here, I want to know how you feel about it, bro. If I can find you, like, I want to see how you feel about that, man.
I
Because
know he was in the comment section earlier, at least during the day. You know, everything we was posting, everything going on, which was crazy.
I think I still think that I think the Panthers overpaid to get that
The
wide
court
receiver.
that the wide receiver. I do too.
That was too much. I mean,
I
I
understand,
understand.
but they're saying is he has all the same measurables as Mike Evans.
True,
So
true,
that's what
but
they're saying. That's what they're hoping. That he can just be the receiver that he can just chuck the ball to and go up and make a catch. But they're just concerned about the separation.
yeah, I mean, it's a different. Oh, trade. Let's trade. Cheese
Okay.
trade
Yeah,
for
Eagles trade and the Kansas City trade. Oh, let me go back.
Lafayette.
Hold on, y'all. We gotta let's get right. Let's get right. We got some action. There we go.
And
Maxwell
free.
Harrison, Kentucky cornerback.
Hmm.
That's a smart play by Buffalo because Buffalo always got to worry about Kansas City. They get a cornerback. I get it.
Eagles
The
trade.
yeah, the Eagles are on the clock
Yeah, they traded with Kansas City. So
to
if they
move
take
one
Mike,
spot.
if they take that Mike guy, man, I'm gonna be
They're a
mad.
smart team though. We got to pay attention here, y'all. Let's pay attention.
Take notes.
Yeah, but for the most part for this draft, I don't see anything that was like somebody jumped all the way out the window.
No. Only team that took that big risk was the Jacksonville. They took the big leap to get Shador Sanders. I mean, not Shador, Travis Hunter, and that was, my honest opinion, that was a really good job for them. They're going to get their guy, you
Right.
know,
Did they give
and
up somebody to go get somebody of that caliber, a generational talent? You're gonna have to give up something.
you
They're
have
just.
you have to.
I
I thought
agree.
they were Boise State again, but at the same time, they already had too many. They had running backs, so they already need. They just got what they wanted. No, one got Toy Khan and the cons, and then like, let's get Travis Hunter.
Right. I bet you that the Eagles wanted to get that cornerback because Darius Slay getting long in the tooth.
Will Johnson, you think you probably fear from Michigan?
That's what I'm thinking.
Probably will. He's right there. I don't. I mean, I don't like helping them team out, but they wanted another. They let him go for a reason.
Right.
So
I agree.
they're the chat. The Eagles are good. They got so many people on that defense. Cooper DeJean,
Right.
another
First
corner. I don't
round
know.
pick from last year.
And then they might get. I mean, they could get anybody. All the guys that we talked about is dropping, and Eagles right there. They only move one spot. So if they take Mike Green that we wanted, I'll probably be mad. But then they'll probably get another cornerback. I think they're gonna get cornerback. They'll probably Will Johnson from Michigan.
I
Just
would think it would make sense. I think it would make sense for them to get a cornerback. Their cornerback play is a little shaky. They get pressure though, but they don't got a secondary. So I would
No.
assume that they would go cornerback here. And then I would assume Kansas City might go. They might need a tight end and a running back. They don't got no running back either.
For the Eagles?
No, the Chiefs.
Oh, the guy that they should have got already went to the Chargers, but they might should get the Ohio State running back Henderson, or you got Jenkins.
Yeah, that's true.
One
I
of
think
those
they got to
guys.
get a running back. I just don't see Isaiah Pacheco as a lead running back.
Oh,
I just don't see. He's
always
always hurt. Yeah, I don't see it.
You can get Jenkins, or if honest opinion, I think they should get Jenkins. Probably Jenkins from Ohio State. He's got size, speed. You know, you can have him be out the backfield. I know they got Kareem Hunt too, but he's not going to.
Kareem Hunt is like 30 something. That's a wrap. He's a utility
Tough.
player. And think about that, like how much he was playing. Even though Isaiah, I just don't think they have a running game, and that's part of their problem.
Yeah, you can't get a pin on.
And that's a good point. Hold on, Lewis brought up a good point. Hold on. The Eagles took 2 corners last year, and if I recall, they both played, right? They were both playing, right?
Yeah,
they were both playing in their freshman years.
I wouldn't surprised to get another one because they let Slay go. I mean,
yeah, that did. That Shannon Sharpe Hall of Fame speech was crazy. Yeah, that was real. Yeah, that was real.
Yeah, I remember that.
No, don't the Eagles have tight ends?
Yeah, they want to get rid of Goddard.
Mm.
They're talking about they want to get rid of Dallas Goddard. They don't want to pay him. They already paid.
Yeah, because Kelsey is washed. Kelsey is definitely washed. He could barely move in the Super Bowl. Maybe he's dealing with some injuries, but he definitely looked washed.
He got injured. It's called Taylor Swift-itis. That's what it's called.
It ain't that. He can't move, bro. He old, bro. He gotta be like 35, 36. He's had a Hall of Fame. He's had an illustrious career. It's a wrap.
Yeah, he was fast when he first was playing.
Oh, okay. Lewis said that KC kept Hunt. Okay. What is taking these cats? Okay, Eagles pick is in.
What you getting?
We about to see. Eagles pick is in, friends and family. Let's see. Then we got one more pick before we out of the first round. Okay. Jaden Higgins, I can understand that.
Ooh, that'll be. Ooh, that's a sneaky pick right there if they take him.
Yeah, I agree.
Same earlier.
I just want to see what these dudes doing. I want to know why it take them a full 10 minutes to make a pick. It's very frustrating. I don't like that. It's bothering me.
I don't like it. It's like they do commercials and stuff to make this pick.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating, Lewis, is both of the Eagles' corners are good and they're young. That's very frustrating.
Who you think the Eagles will pick with this?
I don't know what they need. They just won the Super Bowl. I mean, what do they need?
Defensive end?
They get past first. They get past. They let Hassan Reddick go, who was going crazy, and they didn't even miss him.
Nope, they did not.
And Hassan Reddick, if he was on the Packers, would be getting 10, 12 sacks every year. No problem. That's actually what we need is a Hassan Reddick, a bona fide pass rusher. We need somebody who can get to the quarterback. Rashawn Gary and Kenny Clark should be cut before the season starts. They give no value to this team. None. I'd rather go with rookies than go with either one of them. I think they both are trash. And I'm going to continue to say that throughout this pod until somebody can prove me wrong to be wrong. Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary, Basura. Paying these dudes all this money. They can't even combine together. They can't even form Voltron and get 10 sacks together, let alone. Can you imagine paying somebody what they're getting paid and they can't even combine for 10 sacks as a tandem? If y'all don't pack y'all bags and get out of Green Bay and go home, wherever that is, we don't want you here no more. Tired of Rashawn Gary and Ken. They don't do anything ever.
Yeah, who they get?
Leadership? No. We can find another leader. He making too much money. He's making too much money. Nope. I can't go for it, bro. Nah. Both gotta go. They a team, bro. They both stealing money. Jahad Campbell. Oh, that's Moose boy. Oh, they did it to you again, Moose.
Dude, we said
That's the boy. That's the linebacker that Moose wanted. Moose, they did it to you again. Oh my God, they did it to him again. Oh, damn, he gonna be good now. I know for sure. I know for sure now. I know for sure. Oh, Quay Walker is trash. Oh, Quay Walker is a walking idiot. He has no awareness, nothing. Quay Walker is terrible. Oh, Quay Walker. Terrible. What does he do? He's never at the point of attack. He's only a reactive player. A player at that position needs to be proactive and beating players to the spot. That knucklehead never beats anybody to the spot. Never makes a play. He can tackle you downfield, but what does that help? We need you to be tackling people at the line of scrimmage or before the line of scrimmage. Quay Walker is not a starting linebacker in today's NFL. Period.
And think about it. The guy we had last year, Cooper, a stud in the third round.
Yep.
I surprised.
Facts. Hey, facts. Luke. Boom. Quay Walker's IQ was like Tayshaun Prince. Boom.
Oh man.
Facts. Yeah, Quay Walker's horrible.
Oh man. He's running down the hall.
Damn, Moose gonna be so mad when he see that they picked this dude. Damn. Damn, he about to be mad. Oh, I gotta tell him. Hold on. Oh, Eagles got your boy. Oh. Damn, he was standing. I want to know people with injury history. They can take the risk. They're already a deep team. The Eagles have more ability to take that type of risk, in my opinion. All right, we got one more in here, y'all, before we get up out of here.
That sucks, man.
Chiefs pick is in. Damn, that Jihad Campbell, he gonna be decent now. Damn, I know he is.
Man,
the Eagles ain't no fools. Damn. But we had to do what we had to do. We need a receiver. You can't get everything. But I thought that this dude might fall maybe to the second round. But even if he did, he wouldn't have failed to us, though.
Oh.
I think now seeing what's going on, we're going to have to trade up.
Yeah, they want to trade up, man. They're 55. I know that, they couldn't trade out the first round. They pretty much, it was too much talent for them to get. Once Seattle passed on Golden, I knew it was going to get Golden right there. Aduka from Ohio State, I just didn't like him that much. I didn't think he was that fast. But I love Golden's stats and his tape, so I thought he was way better than Aduka, in my opinion. But I mean, once he fell past Seattle, they gotta take him at this point. So I knew they got him after they just prolonged it, make us wait. Just I knew we got him at that point, and they didn't show the green room. As I kept looking, they didn't show the green room at all. They didn't even show no picture, no nothing. They're like, it's gonna be over. So I was super happy.
Then they trolling you, Moose. They wait till you say something. They draft that player to troll you on purpose. They do it every year. What's wrong? Why do they do that to you, bro? I'm sorry, fam. I'm sorry. They did it to you again. All the players you like they draft is hilarious. That's actually insane. Okay, Bill Wilson predicting Will Johnson to KC. I wouldn't want that to happen.
I don't want that. I'm praying that doesn't happen.
No! The pick is in that. The pick is in. Hold on, y'all. Just wait for it to be official.
Who is it?
It ain't in yet. I'm just waiting. We gonna get there. Hold on. Josh Simmons, offensive tackle. I can understand that. Okay. Hold on. Let me get the
I,
screen up. Hold
I'm
on.
sure to keep after what happened with the Super Bowl, you need to kiss them off as a line at this point.
Right. Yeah, so I think that's a smart move. You got to protect you got to protect Patrick Mahomes. So I'm cool with that. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, y'all. 2025 draft is complete. First round. And the only team that matters is the Green Bay Packers. We selected explosive receiver Matthew Golden, who has 4.3 speed, which is elite. So I do think he is definitely going to be a difference maker. We're going to see what happens in the rounds, in the next couple rounds. But I'm happy with the Packers' first pick. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Bleach Report boss, how you feeling about today so far?
I'm happy with the pick. I think our GM was full of it because he knew we was gonna get. He knew we needed a receiver. He knew it, and the way the board was falling soon, like I said, as soon as Seattle passed on him, I'm sitting there. I'm like, you want him, pick him up, get him. He's like, he had the best. He was one of the best receivers that you saw. He's fast, most fast receiver in the draft. Don't play around, man. Get the guy. Get your guy. And we all everybody was talking
Right.
about him. All the people I've been hearing was talking about either him or McMillan. And they're like, what about Golden? I'm like, Mike Chamura heard on Milwaukee's radio like that guy. He wanted him. He didn't want to do because he wanted that guy.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Yeah,
Dr. Smith, yeah, hey, tap in Dr. Smith real quick. Go ahead, tap in Dr. Smith.
Yeah, I want to see it real quick, Dr. Smith, before we get off.
Let's get Dr. Smith a second here. Hey, Dr. Smith, tap in if you can. We'll give him a second here.
No, sorry, my phone about to be dying on me.
All right, we got Dr. Smith tapping in. Hold on a second, y'all. Before we get up out of here, all right, there you go. What up, Dr. Smith? What's good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me tell you something, man. I've been a Packer fan for 32 years now, since I was 13 years old. But now I've never been this turned up for a first pick. Never.
They learned from last year.
Never. That's our Steve Smith. Right. Never. That's our Steve Smith. To infinity and beyond, baby. I love it. It's a little too late for me to really turn up, but we're gonna really turn up. This has made the Bucks being down 0-2 that much easier to deal with. Just a little bit. Just real quick analysis with this brother right here. He's not just someone who can sprint. With all due respect to Xavier Worthy, right? Mm-hmm. He's not just Xavier Worthy and just, get out there and run. This dude can play at that speed, and he keeps our offense open. It was necessary that if we were going to get a wide receiver, we needed someone that was going to be like Christian Watson for us to continue to have the shell of the offense that we had. Otherwise, our offense was going to look dramatically different. Now, prior to the draft, you don't know who you're going to pick. You don't know who's going to be available. And there was a very real possibility that Golden wouldn't be there. That's how good he is. Correct. At 23, there was a possibility that we might not have gotten him. At 23, that's how good he is. And I was wondering about, is McCole Hardman, but he's not really. That's your example, right? McCole Hardman is a really fast guy, but he's not like the ball player. Right. And he's coming to Green Bay. I'm talking about Hardman now. So I hope that he ends up being the ball player that I want him to be, but there are levels, brother. Right. That you know what I mean? And
he's not a route runner. He's just a speed guy. He can't run routes.
Right. Exactly. This is a dude in Golden who looks like Steve Smith and similar, and honestly to me, like Greg Jennings, but faster, right? So you keep that open. Eventually we're going to get Watson back. eventually we're going to get Watson back, right?
Right.
You have Watson and Golden and Jaden Reed. I don't know how you play us without going 2 over the top. And if you go 2 over the top, then Josh Jacobs is going to eat.
Exactly. See what I was saying earlier?
Eat. You cannot load the box against one of the strongest running backs in football because the minute you do that to infinity
and beyond,
right? It's just one step gone. He's one step gone. He's one step gone. How can you not be turned up for this pick? What?
Hey, he about to turn. We were saying all that we need somebody could take the top off the defense, and he definitely could take the top off and make him respect. Like you said, now you have to play. The coverage is different. The coverage is going to be completely. Right. It's going to be completely different.
You can't look. You can't. You physically cannot load the box against Josh Jacobs with just Golden out there. Yeah. But Golden and Watson out there, you're taking one other person back because no one can catch him either.
Right.
He's faster than Watson. Not only is he faster than Watson, but low level, his ceiling might be higher than Watson.
Oh, it's definitely higher.
You see what I'm saying? You get a dude who comes in and he's automatically challenging for #1 guy on that team. Look, here's the thing, right? Because I do the pep talks. I can't stay too long, right? Pack a wide receiver core. I'm talking to you. Last year around this time, people were looking at y'all like the second coming of the multiple choice offense, the pick your poison offense, right? The Greg Jennings, Jordy Nelson, Donald Driver, James Jones, Randall Cobb, right? Jermichael Finley offense. And you didn't live up to it. It just was what it was. Too many drop passes and whatnot.
Injuries too, though. Injuries did play a role.
Injuries not only to the receivers, but to the quarterback who wasn't, didn't have his greatest year. His timing was off. I still believe in you. I still very much believe in you. And you just got an addition with this guy. Not just any guy. This guy is must-see TV. And how can you not be a fan of the romance of football? All these people that didn't go to Green Bay because they was, obviously you don't know if they're going to get selected in the first round. They don't want to be embarrassed. He was in the building. He was wearing a gold jacket. He was wearing a G on his chest.
He already knew.
I don't know, but if he knew, then fantastic. But if he didn't know, then the universe is lining up
perfectly.
Crazy. Since 2002.
He was turned up.
I'm turned up. That's the second time.
The crowd went nuts.
Right, because that's the first time we got this ain't no Van Ness or none of these other trash people we done picked in the first round. This is a day one starter. That's what people need.
This is not just a day one starter. This is a day one NFC North threat. He is a threat. Because you cannot play, you just can't do it. At your own risk. I dare you. In fact, Chicago, the Detroits, the Minnesotas of the world, I dare you. I dare you to load the box when you got him. I triple dare you. I dare you to load the box when we got Golden. Because it's not just Golden we have. So you got oh my gosh, the
Matthew Golden,
the optionality that we have in this offense. I feel even better about it this year than I did about last year. So you got, when it comes to the jet sweeps and the gadget plays, you got Jaden Reed, you got McCole Hardman. Last year we had Bo Melton, right? But I think McCole Hardman, honestly, we'll see. But I think McCole Hardman can push Melton off the spot, off the squad or whatever. But I wouldn't be mad if we kept Melton because Melton, low-key, is super fast. But you got multiple guys who could do the jet sweep. You know who else can do the jet sweep? The guy that we just drafted. So you got 3 different dudes who could do that, right? You have your outside threat. You have your possession receiver in Romeo Doubs. You have your route merchant in Dontavian Wicks, who better come back and have a better year this year, right? But if he comes back and he has a better year this year, then you have the second coming, potentially, of Devontae Adams and Dontavian Wicks with the way he gets off the line of scrimmage, right? I'm telling you, that alone is a threat. keep in mind, not only do we have Josh Jacobs, but you got Marshawn Lloyd coming back, who did not play at all last year because he was hurt, right? You can't load the box against any of those running backs.
You're forgetting about a key portion. I'm waiting for you to mention.
I haven't forgotten Tucker Kraft.
Okay, don't forget my boys. Don't forget my boys. Don't forget my boys. Hey, that's my boys right there.
You guys got to know me through basketball. I know football better than basketball. Football was my first love.
Okay,
right?
okay. You know, Tucker Kraft and Musgrave, they're my boys. I really think they could change everything for us if used properly.
So Musgrave, I put in that same category, right? Musgrave, it wasn't just the injuries, right? Musgrave needs to get in the weight room. And there's a play, look, everyone saw it, right? His highlight reel when he went to block someone and damn near got flipped. He got brother, like, so I nothing else need be said, right? Because it's a feel-good moment, right? But I almost broke the TV when I saw it. Get off the field. Get off the field right now. Go straight to the weight room. Get off the field. Go get this dude some steak sandwiches and go straight to the weight room and just eat and lift and eat and lift and eat and lift and then eat and lift some more. That is horrible, right? Out there looking like a high school wide receiver.
Right.
But here's the thing with that, right? I think that he could come back because the first year that we had Luke Musgrave, I really liked what I saw from Luke Musgrave, right? And this, like I said, our receiving core, it's just the options that we're going to have, and not a moment too soon, right? Because you see who Detroit picked up in Tyler Williams, right? So their defensive line is going to be a nightmare. I know everyone hates the Chicago, the Chicago Bears. But Chicago low-key got a lot better. Yeah. And the Vikings swept us last year. The Lions swept us last year.
They got 2 early picks in the second round, too, the Bears.
Who, the Bears? The Bears are going to be tough, man. The Bears are going to be tough. So
NFC North is the toughest division in football. We can't mess around. All our picks need to be impact players in this draft. It's very important. It's very important.
We've been on Gooey's tail. We've been on his tail all offseason. Like, stop playing these games. These teams are getting better. And you sit here talking about developing. No.
We can't. We don't have time to develop. We need to have impact players. Detroit is getting better. Minnesota's retooling. Chicago's coming up. Like, this division is no joke. 10 wins, you might not even make the playoffs in this division.
But guess what? Well, all of that pressure to get the first pick right.
Look, man, they did it.
Got the first pick
I agree.
Right. and last year, I was sitting there with a whole bunch of people that I wanted. They went out and got Jordan Morgan. I almost broke the TV. Right. There's been a couple years, right? The previous
Van
Ness.
It was Van Ness. Van Ness. Terrible.
Vomit all over the. Right. But this, it kind of makes up for that. Just right here, right now. As long as you stay, and he's already in Green Bay.
Fact.
Send some family members to go pick up your stuff. Just stay there in Green Bay. Wrap him in cellophane. I don't need any problems happening to you. We already got Christian Watson out. Protect that man at all costs.
Right.
Don't let him find any of them women down there who are going to see him in this draft, right? It's going to be like, that's my meal ticket. Don't do it. Right. You know what I'm saying? You come into this with the same woman you came into it with. Matthew.
Wilson is solid too. I forgot about Emmanuel Wilson.
That's none of your guys.
He is. We're so loaded.
Hey, Dr. Smith, how you felt them milking it? How it was milking it the whole time? Because they knew that we wanted a wide receiver. How you felt about how he was milking it?
I don't know. I don't know. Because I don't know. All right. So I'm super hyped about Matthew Golden, as you can see. I'm not even
right. Absolutely, we all were. Yeah.
Right. He's my, like I said, since I was 13. That's what now? 33 years now at this point, right? So, my favorite pick, for first round pick anyway, right? I'll put it that way because I think Edgerrin Cooper was about as good as it gets as far as nail on the head, right? But I also would have been a fan of them trading back because I think we have more needs than picks. But you have to find someone who's going to deal with you in that way. You can want to trade back, but there's so many people who have similar needs, and there's so many of those players available that it's going to be hard to get someone to bargain with you, right? There's a lot of teams that need a defensive line. So if we would have gone defensive line, here's who else would have set me off, right? I know that there's some people who are like, oh, please don't get Shamar Stewart. He doesn't get stops. But Shamar Stewart is in the quarterback's face when the quarterback is still trying to get the ball solid in his hands. Shamar Stewart is going to be a problem, right? So if we would have got him, I would have been hyped for him. I would have been hyped for Kenneth Grant because we need a replacement, not just for TJ Slayton, who we lost to the Bengals, but for Kenny Clark, who we're going to lose, right? Kenny Clark, I think this is his last year, right? And so defensive line still remains a need. Unfortunately, Lucas Van Ness being who he is, right? We need edge. We need edge, right? But the other thing, though, is that if Cincinnati just got the aforementioned Shamar Stewart, then the guy that a lot of the Packer fan base, T.J. Hendrickson, he may be in play. Because I don't see how you keep – well, I can see how you keep the both of them, right? But there's a potential for him to be in play. Now, if he's in play, then you got to give something up, right? And again, we have more needs than picks. So what are we giving up to get Hendrickson? And the reason why Hendrickson wants to leave Cincinnati is because he wants the money. You know what I mean? And so it kind of leaves us in a spot.
Would you give a second pick for him or no?
Would I give up a who?
A pick.
Tomorrow's second pick. We have 54 right now.
Yeah.
See, the guy that I really want right now, as far as high level, I don't know if he's going to be there, right?
We're going to have to move up in the second round, period. I don't see how we can get what we need that low in the second round.
Well, the reason I push back on moving up, because again, we if you move up, then you're going to have even less than, you know what I mean? We have glaring needs, right? They are determined to move on from Jair Alexander. That breaks my heart because he's one of my favorite players, right? But if you're going to move on from Alexander, I don't think that the cornerback you got is your answer at outside corner. I'm not convinced that Keyshawn Nixon is your answer for outside corner. He's a pit bull, right? He's rough. He's rough and tumble. He's got fight, right? You know what I mean? Milwaukee Bucks. We need more Keyshawn Nixon. Right? He's that guy. But the reason why he gets so many tackles is because he's always allowing a reception. He gets smoked a lot. Now, once he allows the reception, he'll sit there and tackle. We need some guys who won't even allow the reception. So guys like Hairston, who just went off the board. We needed guys like him. Guys who Eric Stokes was supposed to be. We need guys like that. I'm just going to deny you. Like, I'm going to have, all-out speed. I'm going to deny you. Will Johnson is falling in this draft, the Notre Dame cornerback.
Right.
He's falling, but he's falling because of injury concerns. That's who we need guys like that. That's the mold. It's not just a cornerback. We need a specific, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to need guys step for step who can, right now we got the brother that we brought over from Vegas, and we got Keyshawn Nixon. Not one of them guys can see Justin Jefferson. At all. Right. And so that is a need, right? And so you got Amon-Ra, right, for that matter. Now, so there's some frightening wide receivers in our division. Now we have our own.
Oh, correct.
Yeah, you know,
fight fire with fire sometimes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But we do still have, I think, one of the best safety tandems in the North. But you gotta, you know, that's why the Alexander thing is, I don't agree with that at all. But whatever, I've made my opinions known on other Packers chat boards. I think I'm almost banned from them because I get in flat out screaming matches with dudes. That we need a cornerback, and you're gonna give up one of the best corners in the NFC North.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense in the NFL.
And I get the injury concerns, and I get that it's not just injury concerns, that apparently he has some other stuff going as far as him and management. But I need to know, like, what it is he said or did that can't be worked out.
Correct.
You know what I mean? The injury concerns, I get, right? As a Bucs fan,
we know.
Going through the Chris Middleton thing, we get it. I get it. I do. But moving on from that, if that's the case, then you need a corner and you need defensive line, right? And it's not just we need defensive line because it's nice to have. You need defensive line to replace what you've lost and what you're about to, right? And TJ Slayton and Kenny Clark, and I do not have a ton of faith in Lucas Van Ness. Now, if he develops, fantastic. That's a plus. That's a plus. But I'm already consider him. You know, I like Nick Perry more than I liked him, and Nick Perry. Exactly. But that shows you how I feel about Lucas Van Ness. All he does is go in the weight room like this.
That's it. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, he has no moves. He's just got a motor and strong. No type of finesse. Nothing.
So the hope is that the defensive line. We fired the defensive line coach, and the hope is that with the new coach and the fact that he knows that he's on blast, that everyone was looking at him like the weak link or one of the weak links because the whole defensive line underperformed, right? The hope is that that's what lights a fire under his behind, and I hope that that's the case. As a Packer fan, it benefits me more because they're not going to get rid of him, so it benefits me more for him to develop, but I'm not counting on that. So I need someone to come in and is going to put somebody under pressure, and for me, that guy is Donovan Azraku from Boston. Jeff Hafley's old guy. Now, I don't envision a world where this happens because we pick at 56. But if we get Donovan Azraku after we got Matthew Golden,
we got
I'm good. I'm done. I'm done with the draft. I don't even care. Pick me after that. Pick me. You know what I'm saying? I'm done. I'm done. We're done. We're done. We're done. You know they compare Azraku to? They compare Azraku to jiu-jitsu fighters. They don't even compare him to football players. Everything that Lucas Van Ness is not. He's already got all of the moves in the bag. They don't even compare him to other defensive linemen. They compare him to like a Devontae Adams in that when they snap the ball, that's when he decides what he's going to do. So he doesn't go in with like a predetermined plan. He just reads the guy in front of him, and he's fast enough to make the move. And so it puts you in a position that no matter what you do, you're always going to be wrong because he's just reading you. Right? And so you go left, I go right, you go right. Like the way they done Devontae Adams used to get off the line of scrimmage. The reason why they couldn't be blocks because I don't have like a predetermined path. I'm just reading you.
Right.
And I'm so good at it that any way you move, I'm going. I'm setting you up to make you move a certain way, and I'm just going the other way, and I'm going. And the only reason that you didn't see him go in the first round, Azraku, is because his arms are a little bit short, right?
Yeah.
But if you go and you get a technician, and you put him opposite Rashawn Gary, who also is kind of, feeling a little bit of pressure.
Right.
I heard you calling him the ballroom dancer.
Yeah.
Right. So he's been hearing that.
Right.
For sure. You know what I mean? And you go and get that guy. I think there is enough depth in the draft where you can go and get like a defensive lineman, like as far as your interior defensive line. Just go get a big guy, right? Who can't be budged. And that's your TJ Slayton replacement. And it's a lot of the reason why I'm so hyped about the Matthew Golden pick is that it's not just a replacement for what we've lost. It's a possible upgrade on a player who's coming back. Like, we're going to get Christian Watson back, and Golden is maybe better than he is. And I'm saying that, and I love Christian Watson. Because he's not just, he's big, he's fast, and he's tight. He gets injured a lot, but he gets injured a lot putting his face in there. Like, he won't shy away from the contact. He's a good blocking wide receiver. I love Christian Watson.
When he's available.
Matthew Golden is maybe better than him and is multiple. Like, I can play in the slot. I can play outside. You can send me on jet sweeps. I could be, like, I'm not a one-trick pony. I can do everything that all of these guys can do. The only person that's maybe got something on me is Dontavian Wicks with his footwork off the line of scrimmage. But with Golden's so fast that I don't need your skill. You need your skill set because you're not as fast as I am. He is instant, one step gone. You can't keep up with him. You can't. They are comping him to, like I said, like a Steve Smith / Greg Jennings. Greg,
yeah, that's a great. I mean, that's a great comparison. And if you can want to get
still shocked on the board. I was still shocked he was on the board when the Packers picked him. I'm like, because I thought that Seattle was gonna get him. Tampa Bay picked Aduka, and I'm like, whoa. I was kind of shocked on that.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't totally shocked on that. Like, they still have the two outside guys, right?
So they need a slot.
And they needed a slot. So low key, Tampa Bay, provided Chris. Why is my brain just going blank?
Chris who?
Baldwin? Chris, the other
Godwin.
I'm sorry, just lost my football card. I said Baldwin. Chris Godwin. So Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, right? And then you add their slot with that. They're scary good. You know what I mean? I'm glad we.
That's what I mean. That's why I said this draft is very important, just because how competitive the NFL is now, especially our division. All the people that we're drafting now have to be able to play now, because of where we are with the franchise and trying to be elite. We need all of these people from the draft to play now. Not next year, not developing now. Whoever we're drafting needs to be game ready now. That's what we need to be doing with the Packers. But I know it's getting a little late here, and we spinning the block tomorrow. Let's get last words in. Let's start with VP. We gonna end with Dr. Smith. Go ahead, VP.
Well, overall, I'm super excited and happy that the Packers did the right thing tonight and got a receiver for Packer fans. We're all happy that they're trying to improve this offense a little bit more. But before I get off, I want to ask you how you feel, Mr. Smith, about the trade that Jacksonville did earlier in the draft
to get Travis Hunter.
I think would I have done it? I don't know, right? But I think I was just in Jacksonville before I came here. I was just in Jacksonville for 3 years, right? They need like a star to hang, their hat on, because they've been missing guys. When I was in Jacksonville, that was when they had.
And then Trevor Lawrence has kind of been regressing as well, so he needed help.
Yeah, and they had stars. Like, there was like some real energy around the team when I was in Jacksonville. I was in Jacksonville for 3 years, and that was when they had like the Miles Jacks. They had that defense. I don't know if you remember with
with Calais Campbell, Jalen Ramsey. No, that was y'all had like a Ravens type defense.
And you should have
loaded. That was one of the best defenses of this era. They definitely top 10, like that defense, but they had it so quick and it was gone so quick, like Telvin Smith, and it was gone. So they needed something. It's a lot of pressure on one player, because I don't know if I would say they've mortgaged their future, but it's
kind of mortgaged their future. They did. They had to. But they gave up a lot for someone that we're considering, and everyone is saying is a generational talent. So how much is too much to give up for a generational talent? They can help you at receiver and maybe at cornerback, or vice versa. But he has the ability to help you at two positions. Maybe not full time, but he does have the ability to come in maybe in big play possession, put him at cornerback, big play possessions, receiver, like the kind of, because you don't want him on the field all the time, but to somehow get him maybe 70% of the snaps or something like that.
He better be for what they just gave up. He better be LeBron like.
Agreed. No, that's what I'm saying. He has to be a generational talent for this to make sense. You're giving up multiple. You're giving up first, second, and they're only sliding back three? They only slid back 3 slots.
Slots for those.
And they gave up. That's a lot for 3 slots.
I wouldn't have done it if Green Bay were in that spot. So if you're asking me if Green Bay were in that spot, and it's not just that Jacksonville needed that one player and now they're gone. They needed a lot. They still need a lot, right? And so then I would ask that question. Do you think that this player that you just basically mortgaged your future by himself is going to turn this team around? I don't, right?
I agree.
What I mean? I think he's going to help. I think he's going to be a big help, but they need a lot of it's not value, right? It's a star pick for sure, right? And I think that the league is one with stars, right? I think the Eagles, they were like the Super Friends last year. You know what I mean? They were the Avengers, right? So and the Chiefs before them. The
Right.
league is one with stars, right? That's who Green Bay has been screaming for. The Green Bay has a solid foundation, and now we need those guys who can set us over the top. So I guess it just depends on what order you're doing it, right? Because he's your over-the-top guy, but now they have to build a foundation, whereas Green Bay was the other way around. We built the foundation, and then we went out and got stars like Josh Jacobs and Xavier McKinney. I would put Jair Alexander in that mix, but they're considering him going. But like those blue chip players, he's a blue chip player without a lot of others. You know what I mean? And so now they have to work on their others, but they just gave up all those picks. So how do you work on your others? I wouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? But
they also need to have people to come to the stadium. A reason to come to the stadium as well. Business is business as well. You know what I'm saying? They're here to make money.
I do.
No, people are not coming to see Trevor Lawrence, respectfully, but they would come. They would come to see this phenom that's a two-way player. That's gonna get more season tickets, and I think that played a role in this decision as well, because business supersedes a lot the profit margin.
They want a new stadium as well.
Yeah, so you got to have somebody. Yeah, so that's what I kind of think of it.
It's a business. It's a business move for sure. It's definitely that. And I try I try not to grade drafts or whatever if we haven't seen anyone play a single play, right? No one believed in Tom Brady. He's the best player in football history. What round did he go in? I think
six.
Right. So you never know. It's all about fit. It's who you're going in, what locker room are you going into? Are they ready to receive you? Are they going to develop your talent? Are they going to utilize your talent? All of those things, right? So all of that has to line up for them. So it's a good start. They just mortgaged a lot of what they needed more to build. We'll see. We'll see. And it's a lot of weight on his shoulders now too.
No,
right?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
He's their Ricky Williams.
Yeah, right. Literally. It's so you, Dr. Smith. What's your last word, sir?
So again, super turned up, but it's not over. We still have some needs because Green Bay apparently they've gotten to a point of no return with Jair Alexander allegedly, right? But so we're gonna need cornerback. We're gonna need
an edge rusher.
We just need defensive line, period, interior and the edge, right? Because yes, I want Lucas Van Ness. I'm not gonna treat you like Brook Lopez. I need to start going easier on Brook Lopez, right? I need to start going easier on our guys. But it is what it is, right? If you're underperforming, you're underperforming. That dude underperformed, right? So if he comes back and he's ready to be a contributing member of our defense, fantastic. I'm not counting on it based on what it is I saw. So we need edge, we need interior, we could always use offensive line, and we need cornerback. Now, of that group, we have some names still available. Again, maybe the brother dropping helps us as far as the cornerback from Notre Dame, Will Johnson. But because prior to him getting injured, Will Johnson was your best cornerback in the draft.
Right.
But then he got injured. There's a reason that he's dropping. So what does Green Bay do about that? How does Green Bay look at that? You know what I mean? It's an interesting question. The dude dropped out of the first round. That is your story. That's your story. That is bigger than the Shedeur Sanders stories. Will Johnson dropped out of the first round. And he's supposed to be
the guy
challenging Travis Hunter for best cornerback in the,
Orange taken after him, before even him. After the other guy was taken. So I was shocked that he never was picked at all. So it was crazy.
It's crazy. Jahdae Barron went up to Denver. Jahdae Barron was someone that I was looking at because I look at Jahdae Barron and see a lot of Jair Alexander in my opinion, right? And so it'll be interesting. So we'll see. But as far as who we got, after years of watching us pick Nick Perry, watching us pick, I could be here for quite a long time. Dayton Jones, right? Watching us go out and get guys who'd only played for, I'm talking about like our first picks, like, you know what I mean? We went out and got a safety to play cornerback and we couldn't. After years of watching that, because Green Bay, that was the stigma that surrounded Green Bay, that we can get nicer in the draft as it went on. But our first picks, Eric Stokes, horror stories. Quay Walker just got his act together because he was looking like a horror story. This.
Don't say that to ever.
Yeah, I don't roll with Quay. I think he's an idiot. Actually, I'm not going to even hold you. I don't think he's that bright. I've never seen someone pause as much as him to make a decision in my life. That's why when you watch Quay Walker, somebody will look at the box score, be like, damn, he had a lot of tackles. Why though? And where were those tackles? And those tackles will always be south, south of the line when they need to be north. And that's the problem. He's a reactive player instead of proactive. He can't get to the spot where the play is happening. After the play happens and he can see it, then his brain can process it, then he can tackle. But his brain can't be like, "Hey, you see that play? We saw that on the film room. Go there." He can't do that. That's my problem with Quay Walker.
I would say that for 4.5 years I was right there with you. And in the last part of the season, he started to play a little bit better. So
I'm gonna give him some slack. We're gonna see next year. We're gonna see that. I'll give him some slack.
Because he's right. It's the same thing, right? Now that you were right there on your 5th-year option at the very end of that year, now you figure it out? Is this who you are, or are you Nick Perry?
Right.
In that Nick Perry's best year was his re-up year, and then as soon as he got went right back to being doo-doo after that. But my point is that we had a whole lot of mediocrity in our first pick. And for that to happen, for that dude to be one of the few players who actually came to Green Bay.
Right.
And for the gold jacket, and the dude had
everything.
The G for Matthew Golden, and now that it represents something different. And he's already branded Matthew Green and Golden, right? The golden era has begun. I done seen so many memes. These are not mine.
I like
this is how fast it was coming off, right? You know what I mean? To have the first wide receiver to go since 2002, and this time it was a need. This wasn't a complimentary thing. It wasn't just a wide receiver that we needed. We needed a specific type of wide receiver. And that was not guaranteed. So it's so the shoe fits. It's so the shoe fits. This was last year when Quay Walker was 100% lost in the sauce, right? And his running partner was Isaiah McDuffie, and we needed a middle linebacker. And then I'm sitting there screaming, do you see Edgerrin Cooper? Are you watching Edgerrin Cooper? He's dropping. I can't believe it. Green Bay has an opportunity to get Edgerrin Cooper. Please pick him. And they picked him. That's how I feel. Do you see this? Do you see this? We just lost speed. The fastest man in the draft. Not fastest wide receiver. Fastest man in the draft, and he can play. Do you know there are only 7 wide receivers in the history of the combine who are faster than this dude?
Mm-hmm.
And he can ball. All the other people who he's in company with are mediocre football players. They're on their team because he's fast. They're fast. He's fast, and he can ball. And he can ball.
Mm-hmm.
With this wide receiver core. So we don't just keep our shell, we improve it.
Correct. I agree.
I bet you.
I appreciate you.
Now you give him a wide receiver. Now you give him a wide receiver.
At least we getting one now. That's what matters. Let's not cry.
When it's in Green Bay.
Yeah, and this is the right time.
That was another one of those things that I wanted to. I wanted to come up for a Bucks game, and I wanted to be there for this one, and it just didn't work out this way.
That's all good. Hey, maybe we'll make it to a playoff game. Something. Hey, we gonna have a home playoff game this year. That I assure you.
And the Bucks are getting past the Pacers.
There we go. And we chopping that up tomorrow. We chopping that up tomorrow. I'm going to the game, but I'll be home around 10. But appreciate you gentlemen tapping in. Always great content. We're going to be doing more Packers live. Y'all know it's that time of year. So appreciate you. Bleach Report boss, appreciate you tapping in as usual. Dr. Smith, appreciate the knowledge, sir. Appreciate you tapping in, gentlemen. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Hold on 1 second. All right, Brandon, let me tap you in real quick before we get out of here. Getting late. Go ahead, Brandon, with your quick recap, bro.
Hey, we finally got a wide receiver.
Yeah. Facts.
For how long did 2002?
Yep.
Dang.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Now we find out the number receiver that we want.
Yep, correct. Facts.
Because he a deep threat.
Yep,
Play
facts.
with any other wide receiver that he can be when he on the field.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is a good pick for us. I think that's a good pick for us because we had to hit the right direction.
Absolutely.
Let's see what happens tomorrow with round 2.
Right.
I agree with everyone. I agree with you. We still need a head rusher, a cornerback, and I think we need a defense.
We need a pass. Yeah, we need a pass rusher too. Yeah,
Offense.
then we should be straight. Yes, this is a busy week. We got the draft today. We got the Bucks game tomorrow. So it's a lot going on. But I'm happy that the Packers finally got it right though.
Week. There's a lot going on this weekend.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So that's why we gonna spin the block tomorrow. We was just chopping it up, so I didn't even realize we've been on live for like almost 2.5 hours. So we gonna spin the block tomorrow. But you feeling good about this pick, Brandon?
I'm feeling good about this pick.
Okay.
I'm confident.
Okay, awesome. All right, Brandon, you know we got to get up out of here because we spinning the block 2 more times this weekend, bro. But go ahead with your last words, Brandon.
I'm 100% confident that we got a number 1 wide receiver. We're going to see what happens in round 2.
All right.
We're going to see what happens tomorrow. We'll talk about this Buck one tomorrow.
Right. We'll throw a little. Hey, Brandon, we're gonna sprinkle a little of the Packers in too.
Right.
We'll sprinkle. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know how we do. All right, Brandon.
Right.
All right.
Take it at a time. I got y'all tomorrow. Hey, we're gonna talk about this. About this draft tomorrow.
And the Bucks.
Talk about this.
Yeah, spin. Hey, spin the block tomorrow too, y'all. All right, bro, go. All right. Salute. I like the energy today. I like the energy, y'all. I really do. I like the energy. I think everybody's happy about the pick. I'm happy about the pick. Moose is finally okay with the pick. Bucks, Packer Nation, busy weekend. Today is Packers. Tomorrow's Bucks. Please tap in tomorrow to the live as well. We'll be talking Bucks after Game 3 of the Bucks versus Pacers series. We'll be going live. Just give me some time to get home. Probably going live around 10. And hopefully we can be smiling after that game as well with how well that I feel that the Green Bay Packers did today with getting the talent that they did at wide receiver. Appreciate all y'all tapping in on this 2.5 hour live going over the 2025 NFL draft. And big things that come away from today is Notre Dame's quarterback Will did not make it in the first round due to the injury, and Shedeur Sanders did not make it into the first round as well as a highly touted quarterback. But what we care about, screw them, is about Matthew Golden, is the newest Green Bay Packer, number 2 at his position, and he runs a 4.3 40 and is a great route runner. Expect excellence. We're gonna beat some good teams this year. It ain't gonna be the offer that we did last year. Things like this make a difference so much in how your offense works. This guy's gonna help us, really help us. I really feel good about this pick. All right, y'all. I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Green Bay Packers trades, rumors, and news. We just got them discussing the 2025 NFL draft. Appreciate y'all all tapping in. Gone.